The Snyderverse just might be over, especially after the Hollywood Reporter just dropped a major article saying Wonder Woman 3 has been cancelled. Patty Jenkins has already been notified about this, with Gal Gadot even backing up this by putting out a tweet and statement, which we'll bring up later on the show. Henry Cavill apparently no longer is going to be Superman. Black Adam 2 is apparently in danger, and apparently Jason Momoa is out as Aquaman and he'll be playing Lobo. Is James Gunn really doing a hard reboot of the DC Universe? All of that is coming up in the multiverse of movies. Stay tuned.
Here we go. Be careful what you wish for, Parker. Hello, Peter.
Crap, I forgot my mic was I didn't know I was muted. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the multiverse of movies. Of course, we're running it back because the last stream, my internet was apparently not working. I went to the router. Apparently apparently so I have some nephews over right now, and one of them disconnected the router. So my assumption when the stream was going bad was that it was just my issue. I thought something was going on, and I found out that apparently one of them disconnected it while I was streaming. I was surprised by how long my computer lasted without the internet. Like, it was like a couple minutes, I guess, because I didn't click out. But obviously, I deleted the last stream. It was only like 5 minutes, so it's not like anything was missed from that stream. But we already have some people in the chat. We're going to be talking about DC. If any of you guys want to give your perspective, you can message me both on Twitter and Instagram, or Discord too. I've also have Discord. I'm trying to find the picture I have, but all right. So I have both Instagram and Twitter. My Instagram is at Isaac the Immigrant. My Twitter is Isaac Immigrant. So if you want to give me your thoughts, because this is a big thing, this is a big topic, you're more than welcome to let me know. Or if you just want to stay in the chat, that's cool and fine. Cool. We're gonna have a lot of fun because, of course, it seems like the Snyderverse is over, and as unfortunate as that is, as unfortunate as that is, you know, I'm gonna be very vocal about this. I believe when a leader or a manager comes in and takes charge, whether it's in sports, whether it's whether it's like actual like companies or anything, I always believe you give the manager the right chances, the right opportunities, because I believe you can get the potential out of them. You know, And to me, DC has needed a leader for a long time. You know, DC for a long time, never had a clear person to look to. Marvel has benefited off of Kevin Feige being that guy, being the guy in the chair. And DC has never had that up until this point. And to me, I'm going to trust that guy. I'm going to wait. I'm going to trust the process. Philadelphia 76ers fans, you guys know what it's like to do that. But, you know, DC deserves a great leader to show us the future. And part of leadership is having to take risk. It's having to do the things that people aren't going to agree with you on. And it's about doing the things that the average person wouldn't agree with you on. There's a reason why David Zaslav gave this job to both Peter Safran and James Gunn. There's a reason. At the end of the day, there's a reason why they got the job. And there's a reason why they're going to reboot. And I love Zack Snyder. I mean, look in the background. What does it say? Restore the Snyderverse. There's a picture of Zack Snyder's Justice League. My only laminated poster is a Batman versus Superman, a poster right there. You know, I love the Snyderverse. I love Zack Snyder's universe. I love what he's done. But at the end of the day, if I want a bright, prospering future, right? I want to allow the leader that has been given the job that he's been given, and I want to allow him the opportunity. The way DC gave that opportunity to Zack Snyder with Man of Steel and BVS, or half of it with BVS, really, but still with Man of Steel. The way Zack Snyder was given the opportunity to eventually get his cut of Justice League out there. You know, the way that he got that chance, I want James Gunn to be given that chance. Now, of course, it's a little different because Zach was never really given the chance to really show you what he can do with the DCU. He was kind of just given like these movies to do, but he was still given a chance to do those movies, you know? And look, for all I know, maybe the James Gunn movies aren't going to be as good, but I still want to give that opportunity to him. He's a proven filmmaker. He shows how creative he is, and at the end of the day, I believe he can get the dub. But I'm gonna catch up with the chat because I do want to go into that. But we'll get into the article later on. But Brian Master of None, what's up, Brian? I know today is his day off, so what's up, Brian? He says it's over. I mean, if because we'll get into the article in a bit, but if James Gunn's doing a reboot, that obviously means that the Snyderverse, like the questions out there, because for a couple of years, there's been questions of will it come back, will it not? And even if it didn't come, like even if Zach didn't come back, you still had his actors there. You had Momoa as Aquaman, yeah, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, of course, Ezra Miller as the Flash. Ben Affleck was going to come back, or he is in the Flash. It's apparently there's rumors that his scene from Aquaman 2 got cut. I don't know, but it seems like it's just going to be over. It feels like James is going to start fresh, and I believe because right, no matter what, any decision made by the head of DC is going to be controversial because half of the people don't want Zack Snyder's work to continue, and the other half doesn't or wants Zack's work to continue, and that's why I'm cutting him some slack. But Kamuzu in the chat, what's up, Kamu? He says, "Good morning, my words. Good morning." And of course, I assume you mean the word nerd. Okay, because I know there's some families watching. I'm just kidding. If you're a family watching this, I don't know. I feel like you could just get a Disney Plus subscription and that'd be better. But what's up, Brian? Link me, Isaac. Yeah, I'll send you the link in a bit. Let me copy streamer link. I'll catch up with the chat, then I'll send you a link. Kamazu says, "Dude, DC fans can have nothing when there's hope for this universe. Everything comes crashing down." Look, at the end of the day, regardless of what James Gunn did, even if James Gunn was to come out and say, guys, we're bringing back Zach and he's going to do his Justice League movies and everything, even that would cause some anger. So at the end of the day, James Gunn needs to be taking the decisions that he believes are best, you know? But then we have Rain in the chat. What's up, Rain? Haven't seen you in a while. He says, yo, Isaac. Of course, we have Vortex in the chat. What's up? He says balls. That's a pretty controversial statement, right there, Vortex. I'm just kidding. Brian says the balls to say, "Hey, what we were doing wasn't working." Yeah, sure. I feel like that. I mean, to be fair, the difference is there's a new regime. Of course, Zaslav doesn't really feel all that much love for what happened previously in DC because, of course, he wasn't involved. But it does take balls to be like, "Hey, guys, this isn't working. Let's do something else." It's like when you're with the girl, let's say you're not connecting well. Let's say you just don't like being with her all the time. Eventually you have to be like, hey, you know what? This isn't working. I got to move on from you. That's life. That's life. And to me, it takes big balls and big like whatever, big boobs, big balls, whatever private parts you want to talk about. It takes big cojones from any person to make these decisions. But that's why James Gunn was given this job because he's going to make the decisions that not everyone's going to agree with. And to me, that's real leadership. Real leaders should be willing to sacrifice. Real leaders should be able to do what they believe is best, not believe what the people believe, but to believe what is best for everyone. Right? James Gunn's assistant. Yeah, I put my name, James Gunn's assistant. He's cooking. Hell yeah. Uh, if it isn't making money, they have to change it. Plus, the actors are costing too much for the little money the movies are making. This is coming from Thomas Scott. What's up, Thomas Scott? I'm assuming this is your first time, but yeah, I agree. At the end of the day, they have to be able to make the decision because at the end of the day, these movies can't flop anymore. You know, these movies need to be able to make money. They need to be successful. And part of that is maybe just going with the new universe. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's not our money on the line. Remember, these people, they need to take care of their families. They got to make money. They got to keep their jobs to pay the bills in their house. So, yeah, you know, they made Lego more. Reported Gal got 20 million for Wonder Woman 84. They don't have the money for it. I believe half of the reason why she got that. I mean, the main reason is because everyone loved her Wonder Woman, but I believe part of it was because they really, really had to ask her, "Hey, could you please allow us to put this on HBO Max?" I think they had to emphasize that to her. Raise your hand if you like BBC. Put that hand down. I'm just kidding. All right, I gotta skip some. Man, DC is total chaos. I agree. Also, the Ant-Man set might have possibly been delayed. All right, I'm gonna send the StreamYard link to some people, and then we'll get on with what the article was saying. Let's see. Fuck, is Twitter not loading for me? Why is GTA 5 trending? Wait, I gotta put this up on screen. I'm actually going to also react to what some of the tweets are saying. But what the heck? Why is oh, what the heck? It got deleted that quickly. Not what the fuck. Oh, yo, we got Stefan in the chat. What's up, Steffi? All right, I gotta remove this because I am sending this to DM. So let's see. Let's get cracking. But if you guys agree, disagree, that's okay. I know Snyder fans are not going to like this decision. That's understandable. I'm a Snyder fan, but I'm even going to put up my tweet. I'm gonna find my tweet. Where is it? Uh, I have this tweet, and I'm gonna pin this forever. Like I literally had to pin this, so I'm gonna put it up on screen right now. So I put out this tweet because as a Snyder fan, I feel like it's my duty to kind of talk to the fans, to communicate what my perspective is. But here on my Twitter, I put, I know as DC fans, it's been one giant shitstorm not knowing what's going to happen. But as a DC fan, I haven't been this happy in a while. Seeing James Gunn taking necessary risk and making difficult choices while speaking to the fans is the kind of leadership us fans deserve. And I put out a clip of Martian Manhunter saying it's time I started fighting for it. Of course, I put in Gunn I trust, which I don't think will ever get trending. But in James Gunn I trust. I trust leadership. I trust process. I trust the creatives to make the decisions that we need. I love the Snyder. Like I won't deny it. If right now Warner Bros, Zaslav, anyone who's in charge, if they were to come to me and say, "Hey Isaac, what do you want to do? What do you want to do for the DC? What do you think DC should do?" I won't lie to you. I would tell them, "Hey, I want Zack Snyder to continue. I want to see Justice League Part 2, Part 3. I want to see Ben Affleck's solo Batman film." But at the end of the day, I'm also going to be like, hey, I'm not the guy to go to. I don't have leadership experience like that. I've never worked on a film. Why should I be making the decisions? James Gunn, however, is a filmmaker. He's an experienced filmmaker who has the fact that he made Guardians of the Galaxy that loved, and he made a character like Polka Dot Man loved, to me shows that this guy knows what he could do, you know? And that's why as a DC fan, because I'm a DC fan before I'm a Snyder fan, right? As a DC fan, and by the way, I'll say this right now, and I've been very vocal about this. I'm a bigger DC fan than I am a Marvel fan. So I am biased to DC. Also, what's up, Joe? I see Joe in the chat. What's up? And I'm biased to DC. I'll say that. Even when 2016 was around, when Marvel was dominating the box office, or they still are really, even when the unpopular belief was Marvel is better, I still said, no, I'm biased to DC. I grew up with DC. I've loved DC. I if you were to ask me, I prefer DC comics. I prefer DC animated stuff. I prefer DC in general. And to me, one of my biggest issues was not having a clear plan and a clear structure for the DC universe. And to me, now getting James Gunn, I need to allow this man to fulfill his vision. I'm going to give him the opportunity. And part of that is giving my trust. And look, I could be wrong. Maybe 2025 comes around and all the James Gunn movies are horrible. Let's say they're all horrible. I'm going to go out and say, hey, I was wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have given him the trust, but at least he was given the opportunity, because we're not going to know what James Gunn can truly do if you don't give him the opportunity. Right. And Goober316, what's up? He says, I'm excited to see what they have planned. Yeah, me too. I'm excited. But DC has always had characters. I do agree with that. I do think DC has far more stuff at their disposal. Then TW McKay calls me the N-word. Whoa, McKay. You didn't have to call me the N-word. Come on, man. I'm just kidding. DC means dick and balls comics, right? I agree, Isaac. James Gunn saved DC. You know what? I'm gonna send this link on Max's group chat. All right, I'm gonna see. All right, I'm gonna just send out the link, see what goes on. Let's see. Give me a second. All right, here it is. Because I put it on my group chat. All right. I think that's it. All right. And also, I'm going to pop up the article right now. Hollywood Reporter, Wonder Woman 3. Stay patient with me, guys. I'm trying to pull up the article. All right. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna just catch up with the chat while I wait. You're not gonna you're gonna get me murdered. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. All right, yo, Brian, what's up, man? How you doing?
I am doing well. How you doing, man?
Good. You know what? Let's let the people know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the article yesterday?
Okay. Honestly, I'm far beyond the point of caring at this point. Like, I'm just like, dude,
Mhm.
whatever. Like, I'll believe something when I see it, kind of thing. The Patty Jenkins thing. I mean, it's not really a surprise to me. She's been kind of getting let go from projects left and right
Mhm.
since
Oh
Wonder
yeah.
Woman 84. So, like, I don't know. And I don't know. Maybe Wonder Woman 84 got a bad rap. I mean, it does have some positives, I guess. I watched it
Mhm.
once.
Yeah, I remember there back in like 2020, it was announced she was gonna have Wonder Woman 3, a Cleopatra movie, a Star Wars movie. Now, I think the Cleopatra movie got delayed. Same thing with Star Wars, and now Wonder Woman 3 got canceled. So, yeah, man, it's weird to see how different times have changed. But
Yeah.
I like this. To me, I'm going to try. Oh shit, we got Crazy Joe. What's up, Crazy Joe?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, before I get into my thoughts, I'm gonna ask Joe. Joe, what do you overall think about what the article had to say?
I first of all, I think it was mostly speculation. I mean, there's one thing we know. James Gunn himself said nobody knows what he's doing except him.
Hmm.
It seemed to me that the article had one fact, and that fact is that he passed on Patty Jenkins' uh, planned story for Wonder Woman 3. And the article says Wonder Woman 3 in its current incarnation is considered dead. Everything after that was speculation. So the only thing I believe is that they're not moving ahead with Patty Jenkins' story that she had planned, and I don't buy any of the rest of it.
Hmm. So, if you were to be asked right now, would you prefer them to do a reboot, or would you prefer them to do like a soft mini reboot?
No reboot of any kind, soft
No.
or otherwise. Just keep going. They've
All
built since 2018. They have had, with the exception of Wonder Woman 84, which a lot of people didn't like,
right. Hmm.
all the movies they put out since 2018 have been critical hits. They
Hmm.
haven't. I mean, it's been going pretty good, and there's nothing there that should screw up any future plans. Any story you want to tell, there's nothing that needs to be swept under the rug. There's certain things you don't want to revisit, don't revisit them, but it doesn't mean it has to be stricken from the record either.
Oh, Andrew, what Joe's saying that critically it was a hit, like people liked it, you know? Okay, so what was I even gonna say? Okay, so I do want to establish what the article really only says that is fact is the Patty Jenkins Wonder Woman 3 was canceled, just like Joe said. It doesn't mean Gal is done. It doesn't mean that. For all we know, maybe they just already got a new director. It doesn't say the Snyderverse is dead, but I'm more just talking as a prediction. If it is done, I'm still going to be on board with James Gunn because I believe we need to be given the opportunity and we need to allow James Gunn the chance to see what he can do. And if he's rebooting or not, I'm happy with regardless. Because at the end of the day, to me, James Gunn's a proven filmmaker. I love the Suicide Squad. I love the Guardians movies. I also love the Super Slither. I think James Gunn's a phenomenal filmmaker, and all my trust is on this man. And it can backfire. For all I know, 2025, 2026 comes around. For all I know, maybe he's gonna make the worst movies ever. But at the end of the day, I saw some people saying this is damaging the DC brand if he does go with the reboot. At the end of the day, the DC brand has been damaged since 2016. Whether people want to agree with it or not, DC has been very divided, you know. And to me, you can't really, I mean, how much lower can they go, you know?
I was gonna say, when did Dark Knight Returns come out? Or Dark Knight
I
Rises?
would
I think it was 2012. It was like a year before Man of Steel,
see.
I think.
I wouldn't agree with that. I don't think they're damaged right now at all. I think if anything, they've rehabilitated themselves over the last few years. I mean,
I,
Suicide
I'd say
Squad,
it's a bit
Peacemaker.
arguable, but yeah.
I mean, we see. Look, we are in a bubble where we see a lot of very loud people, but they don't mark the majority of the people.
Mhm.
And the people we see, the people online saying, hashtag fire James Gunn, you're not going to bring them on board with a hard reboot or anything. Like they made a decision.
Oh, they're done.
They're out.
I mean,
If they
they're
don't
like,
get the one thing they want. They want one thing and one thing only. And if
I
you don't
think-
give them that, they're out no matter what.
well, see, that's where they need to go full on Star Trek. Okay, you know what Star Trek did, right?
I've only heard that they rebooted.
Star Trek ignored everybody that was hating on it.
Yeah.
And they trudged their own path.
Exactly.
And that's what DC needs to do now. They need to ignore the detractors and make their own stuff.
Like, for example, everybody's going, oh, Black Adam, not going to make a profit. Black Adam's not going to. And I'm like, who cares? It doesn't matter, because you're talking about a franchise that hasn't had a film exclusively in theaters since early 2020. Everything has been free. Wonder Woman 84 was free on HBO. Peacemaker was free on HBO. Suicide Squad was free on HBO. They need to reestablish their brand, and that doesn't happen overnight. You can't just be like, well, Black Adam failed, scrap everything. That's totally reactionary, and that's the kind of thing that's gotten Warner Brothers into trouble in the past.
Mm-hmm. But let's not deny it, though. DC as a brand, since 2016 at least, while it's not like, I'm not saying that it's damaged to where it's like there's no recovery. Obviously, it can. Aquaman made $1 billion. Shazam was loved. Birds of Prey was it was liked but not loved. The Suicide Squad was loved, but in each of these movies, there's still backlash. There's still people wanting the Snyderverse, even though, let's not deny it, they really don't affect the box office that much. Because if it was, Black Adam would have been like an $800 million hit. Obviously, that's not the case. But DC as a brand, there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of like, where is this going? Why is it? Is there a clear universe? Does it even feel like it? Like, who would have thought Birds of Prey would coexist with Zack Snyder's Justice League?
And that's the thing that I've never understood. I've never understood why people want some kind of clear roadmap. But like, I remember our friend RJ, in complaining about Marvel Phase 4, said his problem was that he couldn't see the roadmap of where it was going. And I'm like, why do you need that? Just take each movie as it is. Was this a good movie? Was this a good movie? Was this a good movie? You'll find out the roadmap when you get there. I don't know why it needs to be spelled out in advance for us.
Okay, I agree and I disagree, though. When you're trying to create a quote-unquote universe with a through narrative, I think that's a little bit different than just making standalone films. And this is what DC was trying to do at the time, where they were making films that were tangentially related, but they weren't directly connected, if that makes any sense. So I don't know. I think I agree with Isaac. DC as a brand has been all over the damn place. People disagree on the simplest of things, i.e., who the hell should play Superman. It's been a divided fan base. It's a mess of a fan base. And, well, I mean, it's time to either get on board or get the hell out. I mean, that's about the time, And honestly, I meant what I said in the group DMs. I'm at the apathy point with it, because they basically not produced anything in so long that I just don't care anymore. Like, what the hell, man? Like, make a movie that connects to another movie. And I know I'm a Marvel stan, because all I want is like, a movie to connect to another movie, if you're going to call it a freaking sequel.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Like, I don't know. It's all good. I'm not a sycophant for what I shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, and I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, well, the studio just kept screwing us, man. And I from now on, everybody must feel sorry for us. I don't have that victim complex, so it's like, I don't know, guys. Just be patient. Let them make their shit, and yeah, go on.
At the end of the day, I just want good movies, but that's also why I don't think you should reboot, because rebooting is a gimmick. Just tell a good story. You can tell a good story without rebooting. It's like rebooting basically sends a signal to the audience, we don't have faith in what we're doing. And I think number one thing you got to do now is show that you know what you're doing.
Well, the difference
see-
is James Gunn needs to be James Gunn. At the end of the day, he's being brought into something that already has so much history and so much to it. Well, the benefit Zach had is he could cast anyone. He got Henry Cavill as Superman. He got Ben Affleck as Batman, and those were, to me, those were fantastic choices. But James Gunn doesn't have that opportunity, and if he wants to reboot, I feel like that's a nice thing, because what if he sees Cavill and he's like, "Hey, I just don't think he fits right to the story," or "Hey, maybe this movie already, like, for example, maybe he doesn't want to do Dark Side, and so he decides to change it." And that's why I'm fine with James Gunn if he was to reboot. I'm not saying I want that, because at the end of the day, I love the cast that they have with Zack Snyder's universe. To me, Zack Snyder's Justice League is my favorite DC movie of all time. But James Gunn is coming into this new situation, and he should be allowed to choose, hey, maybe this actor doesn't fit with my stuff. Maybe my universe is going to be different. That's why I'm fine if they were to reboot.
Well, okay, and then another point is where I'll disagree with you on a little bit, Joe. Is I feel like a lot of the DC projects up till, I mean, shit, most of them have been failures. Not in terms of critically acclaimed or just, but in my heart, dude. Like, I don't like Batman versus Superman. It's a very dour movie. It's just, I do not enjoy watching it. There's no rewatchability there for me. But then again, I talk with people who vehemently defend that movie like it's the best thing since sliced bread.
See, I'm somewhere in the middle. That's actually the only one of Snyder's DC movies I did like, but I like it with a lot of caveats.
I couldn't stand the mess that was Suicide Squad, the mess that was Justice League. I'm just, I none of it. I hated it. I mean, I red boxed both those movies. That's how little I cared. So, I mean, as somebody who grew up with Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, I saw all these movies in the theaters. As a matter of fact, Batman Returns was one of the first movies I ever saw in the movie theater. I'm a huge Batman fan. I always have been. Superman, the movie, was in my VHS player as a kid 90% of the time. I loved it. No, it's just, I'm just like, as somebody who's, I mean, I even loved Superman Returns. Like, that movie was awesome. So it's like, damn it, man. Then the best thing for them to do, if they're, is to keep the actors on, at least to where there's some kind of connection, but tell different stories.
Well, I think that
some
was
semblance
happen.
of familiarity.
Yeah, I think that was going to happen no matter what. Like, I don't think you were going to be getting the same types of stories no matter who the actors are.
And look, I love Batman vs Superman. Again, I'll even show it here on screen. It's the only poster I have laminated is Batman vs Superman. So I love BVS, but we can't rewrite history. 2016 came around. BVS was heavily divided. A lot of DC fans didn't like the movie. The critics didn't like it. The audience didn't like it, or at least it was very divided.
It was
mixed.
very divisive.
Yeah,
very.
And if anyone was online, you would remember, if you liked BVS, some people wouldn't even consider you a real DC fan. So, and I don't like when people rewrite history, that people act as if it's this major success. Now, I will say, I don't like how people consider it a flop. That made over 800 million. It's a pretty decent number. Not the best numbers, but decent number. But let's not deny it. In 2016, it was like, it sucked to be a DC fan. I remember some of my Marvel friends would be like, "Whoa, how are you still a DC fan during this time period where Marvel is dominating?"
Very in fashion to shit on DC fans.
It was like the cool, popular thing too, you know.
Oh yeah, I remember in my office, like the common phrase amongst my coworkers was, "Well, with every Marvel movie, I wonder, is this going to be their first bad one? And with every DC movie, I wonder, is this going to be their first good one?" Like that was, and that's the common guy on the street. That's like not the hardcores that are hashtagging things on Twitter, you know. So
yeah, I mean, even a lot of people made fun of that Martha scene. That was like one of the most talked about things online, and not in
even
a good way.
Snyder fans make fun of that Martha scene, dude.
Well, I want to respond to DLW. It's all subjective. If people like it or don't like it, they're not wrong. I think that's something people need to understand about movies. You know, like Brian doesn't like the movie, but I don't have to agree with him. At the end of the day, he's still my friend. You know,
We can
I don't
still
know
have a
what
good
people are talking about.
conversation and not like a movie.
Yeah, this isn't even like we also have to remember this isn't something serious. This isn't like life threatening. These are just movies and entertainment. I don't see why people make it such like a
What?
big deal. Like people are like, oh, they act as if you just ran over their fucking foot. Like who cares, you
Oh,
know?
I know, dude. And that's why I had to disengage for like a few days. It was just getting too much where it's like, you know what, dude, I been swimming in this
Yeah,
sea of stupid for a long time now, guys.
yeah. And what I'm trying to say is, no matter whether you like Gunn's movies or Zach's movies, at the end of the day, what I believe in is giving James Gunn the opportunity to build his universe. You know, and at the end of the day, there's a reason why us, the audience, there's a reason why we're not working. There's a reason why we're not the CEO of DC, right? You know, at the end of the day, we're just fans. We're there for entertainment. We're there to enjoy it. And if we don't like it, then let's not go to these movies. But let's at least give James Gunn that opportunity. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't knock something until you tried it, right?
And I have total faith in James Gunn. The guy's never, I mean, I've never seen a bad James Gunn movie. I mean, the closest, I'm not a Troma guy, so Tromeo and Juliet isn't my thing. But even that, I can't say it's bad because it is what it is. If you like that kind of thing, then yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and I haven't even been keeping up with the chat. It's just going fast for me. But apparently people are arguing about Batman 89. Why are we even talking about Batman 89
Well,
right now?
because they're like they're the new excuse I've seen in the chats is like, if you don't like this, well, nobody liked Batman 89. It's like that's not true at all. I mean, yes,
Yeah, I
there were
like it,
people
and I
that
saw
were
it like a
like
couple weeks
there
ago.
were people going off about it, but like as soon as they watched it, they kind of clammed up and got on board. At least to
Mhm.
my recollection, I know that because I was alive during the time. Uh, I
I
witnessed it.
wasn't.
I witnessed it with my own eyes. So I just feel like there's a lot of revisionism going on. And I'm
Mhm,
sorry, like one thing that really irritates me, and I it was about I'll comment on that comment. Um Snyder fans, quit lumping yourselves in and feeling generalized. That's what bugs me. It's like, dude, not every what are we supposed to say? Like, how are we supposed to signify one fan from another without saying, "Oh, hey, well, without somebody getting their feathers in a twist?" Because
mhm.
it's ridiculous. Well,
Put one
we're not
fan
like
in
that.
front of the other.
I
Yeah,
know that. Did I personally say, "Hey, you"? I'm talking about you and you as a person. No, I'm talking about like other people who like the same thing that you like Dallas Cowboy fans. Okay, see, this is why I think nerds should actually experience sport for a little bit, so they understand that that's none of this is life changing. It's just sports. Okay.
yeah, and this is what I keep like. Anytime I would talk about the Snyder fandom, and the reason why I'm always inclined to talk about the fandom is because I'm part of it, and I feel like
Yeah.
people in the fandom need to, to call out the BS if you want the fandom to improve. And anytime I would get comments of people saying, "But what about the Marvel fans that did this?" Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about that. It's
Yeah.
like,
That's you want to
it's
say like
like,
what aboutism?
yeah, and like I criticize this part of the Snyder fandom because at the end of the day, I care about the fandom and I want it to grow and I want it to improve. But right now, the fandom is in a very bad position. We're listening to scoopers for some reason. We're fucking allowing so much drama to go around. And that's not what the Snyder fandom began. The Snyder fandom began as allowing Zack to reveal his vision, reveal his story that he was taken away from.
Yeah.
It's a give and take. Big boy pants are on. I don't even know what the fuck people are talking about.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to scroll up to get context, but I don't know. Oh well.
One
But
thing I'd like to point out about that article, one thing that's also not in the article is it doesn't say Patty Jenkins isn't attached anymore. It just
mhm,
says they didn't like the story she came up with. She could be developing the next story still, for all we know. It doesn't say.
mhm. I do want to say that right now the voting poll has 18 votes. Should James Gunn reboot DC? I'm actually surprised 72% of you guys said yes. I thought it was gonna be more divided. What the heck? But I guess some of y'all just wanted to reboot. And again, I don't mind what the choice is as long as at the end of the day they make good movies. I just want to give James Gunn at least a chance to show us what he has in store. You know?
Yeah, I'm all right with that. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think the best thing going forward is to shut everything down, say, hey, this is what's going on, and that's it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
give people the opportunity to jump on board or leave. You know,
Yeah.
simple.
We gave Zach the opportunity, but that's Warner. Like Zaslav has nothing to do with the whole stuff that happened before this year. And now let's give James Gunn that same chance. And it's weird because the Snyder fandom has always been about supporting filmmakers getting their vision with David Ayer, Zack Snyder. But people
So
don't want to do the same with
they didn't
James Gunn, you know?
they didn't support Batgirl. They didn't support yeah, whatever. I don't want to hear it.
Jeff
It
Johns
only
is a
applies to
reason
directors I like, apparently.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing. I want all directors to be given a chance. But I will say there's one thing in the article that got me excited. Now it's not confirmed, but apparently the article did say that Jason Momoa might be playing Lobo, which I love Aquaman, but I've always felt like Momoa could portray a Lobo much better. Like it fits him more.
You know,
Yeah.
Brian knows because he's a Star Trek fan. There's no reason Momoa can't do both in the same universe. Jeffrey
Yeah.
Combs played two different characters on the same show in the same episode on an episode of Deep Space Nine once.
Mm-hmm. TW McKay says everyone from before really 2019 is gone. Can't make judgments based on their behavior. And I don't know what the heck we're talking about, but yeah, I'm fine with it whether they reboot it or not. But I will say the one that got me excited in this list that they brought out, or a lot of it is more what they think. It's not really confirmed, but they did say that apparently Jason Momoa might be playing Lobo, and that Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom would be the last Aquaman movie, which I find surprising because that Aquaman, I believe there was a 2-year time span where it just sucked ass to be a DC fan. And it still kind of sucks ass, just slightly a little less than 2016.
To be
But I
fair,
feel like that bright spot, at least for a couple of weeks, was when Aquaman came out in 2018, and out of nowhere it made $1 billion. Like no one expected it.
Do you know what I desperately want right now? Like this just popped into my head, and I want this so bad now. I really want Jason Momoa to return in Aquaman 3 with Jason Momoa as Lobo as the villain, so we can watch him fight himself.
Mm-hmm.
I would give
Yeah.
that all my money.
I'm fine with it regardless, but I will say I just like if James Gunn was to ask, like if he got on the phone and asked me, I would I would tell him, yeah, I'm for this. I want him as Lobo, if that was to be asked of me,
yeah.
But apparently also Black Adam 2 might not be happening, which is funny because I made a video yesterday where there was an article saying that $7 Production was thinking about having, or they want Black Adam 2 and a Hawkman spinoff. And I made a video on that. And usually I'll have like a clickbaity title or anything. And I put Black Adam 2 confirmed. And literally less than a couple of hours after, this article comes out and says that Black Adam 2 doesn't seem very likely.
I don't believe that. I think there's going to be a Black Adam 2. I think there will be.
I don't know. I wish that he fights Shazam. Like that's what I want more.
Oh, I agree. But the first one, everyone talks about, was it profitable or not? The fact of the matter is, it was exceedingly successful. This is a character most average people don't know who Black Adam is. Mm-hmm. And this film did really well for an unknown character, being the first DC movie out of the pandemic to have a theatrical release. I mean, when you have a movie that does that well, but it's not profitable, that just means you need to adjust the budget for the next one.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't really like talking much about box office because I really don't care about.
Yeah, I don't care about how much money the movie makes. I care about how the movie, came across.
Yeah, Yeah, I like even in my video yesterday,
Let's
I
double-check.
just kind of brought it up
Just give
for
me
a
a second.
couple minutes, but yeah, I don't I wouldn't say it flopped. I would say
No, it's
it just didn't like make a lot. It was like kind of mid, you know. Um,
it still made a lot though, and then it was number one on iTunes.
was it number one on Pornhub too? I'm just kidding.
I mean, if it was, then that's exciting.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'd scream Shazam.
They also said that apparently Henry Cavill might not be coming back, which kind of sucks. You know, I wanted to see Cavill, of course, the post credit scene in the movie. Spoiler alert, I'm assuming everyone already knows, but Henry Cavill shows up in the post credit, and apparently now that's probably not the case, which sucks because it seemed like it was likely return. I love Henry Cavill, but again, with I'm fine with James Gunn being able to choose who the characters. Now, I will say I don't think Henry Cavill's gone. I'm gonna say this right now. I don't think he is. I think he might, especially after he released that clip saying, "Hey guys, I'm coming back for the future." Now, of course, Cavill doesn't get to decide whether or not that's the case. That's ultimately up to Gunn. But I won't lie to you. I would like him to continue. What do you think about the Cavill stuff? Would you prefer him to stay, Joe or Brian? I know Brian just left right now for a bit, but. I think Joe's busy. I see him talking. All right, let's see what the chat says. I care what it makes when it doesn't profit.
I apologize. I'm in the mall. Someone asked me for directions. I actually have to go because I have to go into the comic book store right now and pick up some comics.
All right, see you, Joe.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye. All right, let's see what the chat says. Oh, apparently in the Black or not Black Adam. Why did you say Black Adam? Apparently in the test screening for Aquaman 2, apparently Ben Affleck's not in the movie. That's surprising. Now, I will say this. I don't like hearing about test screenings because I feel like half the time it's just one big lie. Like there's no way to prove test screening did happen or not. But realistically, it would make sense they would have one since the movie's only a year away. But apparently Ben Affleck's not in it, so this could further probably mean that apparently Ben Affleck's not in that movie. But I don't know. I would prefer him to, but at the end of the day, if that's the choice they go with, I'm fine with it. Momoa cannot do both. However, I mean they can do both, but they would have to schedule it because remember, actors usually take up 6 months of their time to do movies. So if they were to make a way to schedule it, they probably could. You know. Oh, Brian, since you're here, what are your? Apparently, the article said Cavill's not coming back. What do you think about that?
It's foolish, but whatever. I mean, you gotta have a time to walk away, I guess. No, I mean, it'd be stupid. You want to? I think it'd be dumb to kind of reboot in a grand scale, but they never really had much to begin with to build from. So, I mean, how do you reboot from nothing? Yeah, I don't know. I'll just wait and see, man. You know.
Oh shit, Max just popped up. Max, what are your thoughts
What?
on this?
Hashtag Dick's out for Snyder.
Hey, yo.
Damn, he left. I'm just kidding. That's the only clip I have, even though I have an entire channel filled with them. Although I stopped in a while. Yes.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Just make a specific channel, like just specifically out of context.
All
Max.
of it, yes.
And then like when he gets like famous, like he has millions of subscribers, everyone's like gonna find that channel. Invite Tony McGuire's. Let's see. We can't forget Warner Bros. Discovery is broke. Are they really though? I don't know. And again, I mean, I don't really care.
How many movies did they put out this year?
Warner Bros. All I remember is that past September they only released 2 movies.
2 movies. Yeah.
It was Don't Worry, Darling, and Black Adam.
They're rolling in the cash, bro.
Yeah, they're swimming right now. Zaslav right now is swimming in the great money he has.
And they made that bank.
Yeah. But I'm gonna see what else there is in the article. I can't remember. So it was Black Adam 2 might not be happening. Cavill is not returning. Man of Steel is done. Oh, I gotta pull up the Gal Gadot tweet. All right, give me a minute. I'm trying to find that.
No worries, man. It's just I don't know, man. Everybody, calm down, okay? Sky ain't falling.
Yeah.
No one's actually come out and officially said anything.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we also have to wait for what James Gunn has to say because ultimately
Yeah.
he's the guy who knows.
What
Like,
did James Gunn say? If you're hearing anything that's not from us, it's not true.
yeah,
So
he said that responding to Geekosity.
think about it.
Well, you know what? We should wait till what Geekosity says. Boom. Just see what
Right?
Lord Mikey's son has to tell us.
So let that sink in for a minute.
All right, here's the tweet from Gal Gadot. All right, let me pull it up. All right, so she says, a few years ago, it was announced that I was going to play Wonder Woman. I've been so grateful for the opportunity to play such an incredible, iconic character. More than anything, I'm grateful for you. And she capitalized you, the fans. Another down. Can't wait to share her next chapter with you. Now, my assumption on why, now again, this is just an assumption. I'm obviously not a scooper, okay? But so my assumption for why she tweeted this was she's still going to be Wonder Woman because it seems like she is. But
Yeah.
just that her next movie is probably not coming up anytime soon
Yeah.
because Wonder Woman 3 is now scrapped, you know?
But she can't wait to share the next chapter. It doesn't say I'm out as Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Yeah, so if this is true, obviously this backs up that obviously a hard reboot's not happening. But I was surprised by how quick people were to jump the gun on that, you know? I think she's not Wonder Woman. I don't know, from what she says, and even the article never confirming what it's not like it seems like she's gone. It feels like fans just quickly
Oh, they
saw
jumped.
the
Well, I mean, we're talking about fans that jump to the ultimate conclusions. All we've done over the last
yeah.
since that movie's come out is jump to conclusions. I swear to God.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's like, oh my God, did you hear that? Somebody so and so tweeted something.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean?
Yeah. It
Nothing.
would be a
Nothing.
surprise if they were to get rid of Godot, because like that first Wonder movie came out during a time kind of similar to Aquaman, where at the time DC was struggling, and Wonder Woman came out and it was loved by everyone. You know, it made 700 million. That's pretty solid, and it was loved by everyone.
It brought
So
people
it
back
was
after BVS.
yeah, and it's
People were
funny
like,
because
oh, what?
the character in BVS too, so that kind of made it more surprising, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, it
And
wasn't surprising because they showed her in the trailer.
yeah, I hated that, especially the third trailer. Once they showed us Doomsday, I still don't get
Doomsday,
why they even showed us that. Yeah,
Wonder
like
Woman. I'm
this
like, nah.
movie is going to make money just promoting Batman and Superman. So I don't know. I didn't get the reason as to why they were like, guys, Doomsday's in this movie. Whoa,
Yeah.
like it's Batman and Superman in
Oh,
the
you
same
mean
movie for the
Superman's
first
gonna
time.
die? Great. You know what? Do you want to know
I
why I
think that's the
really don't
only
like
thing they
Batman
didn't
versus
spoil
Superman?
because of
Superman's
Superman's death.
death. How in the hell do you kill Superman in the second goddamn movie? I was so pissed. I was like, no, this is bullshit. I don't
Wait,
care. I don't even care. I don't care about the resurrection in the next movie. Why you kill him off in the second goddamn movie?
oh
And then
shit!
bring him
Oh
back to life
crap!
in the next one? Like he
James
was
Gunn
freaking
just responded. What the heck?
what?
Yeah, 5 minutes ago. TW just sent me a tweet. Sorry if I interrupted you. I'm just
Oh no, this is breaking news, man. What are you talking about?
breaking news. Oh, if only I had the clip.
Smash, 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 smash.
I remember I wanted to recreate that clip one day with the Boba Fett helmet I had, but I got too lazy. All right, so yeah, apparently, yeah. Let's see. Let me pop it up on screen. Okay.
Wow. So as for the story yesterday.
All right. So James Gunn says, so as for the story yesterday in the Hollywood Reporter, some of it is true, some of it is half true, some of it is not true, and some of it we haven't decided yet whether it's true or not. Oh, and there's more. Although the first month of DC has been fruitful, building the next 10 years of story takes time, and we're still just at the beginning. Peter and I chose to helm DC Studios knowing we are coming into a fractious environment, both in the stories being told and in the audience itself, and there would be an unavoidable transitional period as we moved into telling a cohesive story across film, TV, animation, and gaming. But in the end, the drawbacks of what transitional period were dwarfed by the creative possibilities and the opportunity to build upon what has worked in DC so far and help rectify what has not. We know we are not going to make every single person happy every step of the way, but we can promise everything we do is done in the service of the story and in the service of DC characters we know you cherish and we have cherished our whole lives. As for more answers about the future of the DC universe, I will sadly have to ask you to wait. We are giving these characters and the stories the time and attention they deserve, and we ourselves still have a lot more questions to ask and answer. All right, that's a pretty good statement. He doesn't say everything's true, but he says some of it is. My assumption that some of it is that at least as of now, Wonder Woman 3 seems like it's not going to continue for this moment. But I also think in a
not at
way
its
this also
current
means,
iteration.
yeah, like they can still do one, but it's just not like the script that Patty had, or at least a version of that script. But this
Yeah.
is a solid thread. I like it. I don't know why people are expecting his universe to be built now. Like, he's only been in the job for what, like a little over a month. This is like 10 years of films that he has to prioritize. So like, I don't think like right now. I guarantee you, there's parts of it, but it's not completely done.
Yeah.
But like, what did you think about this thread, Brian?
Well, I mean, it's kind of telling, honestly. I imagine. See, well, that's what Hollywood does. I mean, you notice, like, we get the story, and then
Mhm.
we get the response kind of thing. So I've gotten used to this kind of thing. But wow, nah, I'm glad James Gunn said something, and and it acknowledged the fact that there is a mess, and we do have to clean it up.
Mhm.
That's kind of what I gathered from it, where it's like he talks about how the greater majority of the fandom is split all over the place. I mean, they're like, you've got people who want this stuff, we got people who want this stuff. It's like we can never agree on anything, but everybody hates
Mhm.
Titans.
That's one thing we can agree on.
One thing we can all agree on.
I
Titans
remember
is
in
trash.
season 1, they really wanted to show you that Titans was edgy by having that clip of "fuck
Fuck
Batman" like
Batman.
going around. I never watched anything past season 1 though, so I don't know. I'm assuming it went downhill.
I
Although,
saw the
how much
first
downer can they go?
two episodes of season 4. Season
Was
3
it?
wasn't too bad. I like the Scarecrow in season 3.
Yeah, I don't know what happened like before season 1, which is disappointing because you would think that the first time we see Red Hood in live action would be like this major thing.
It was kind of cool. Everybody slept on it. That was the problem.
I did like this too. I just didn't get to see it. And I just don't feel like it.
Well, I mean, I don't know too much about like the actual comic storyline of Red Hood and stuff like that, so I can't be like, oh well, they were way off from the comic books. That's why I like watching comic book movies, because it's like, well, I don't have that source material weighing me down, so it's like, I like this. This is good. That's why I was so mid on what's that? I'd be all right. I'd be all right if they did, and it depends on. Okay, here's the thing: define Snyderverse. What does it mean? Does
Yeah.
it mean Zach coming back? Does it mean, the continuation of Zach's story? Because to me, that's what the Snyderverse means. Other than
Technically,
that,
there
it's
still are, with the actors,
it's
Ezra
it, it
Miller,
but see,
Gal, and Jason.
that to me is moving the goalposts. Snyderverse is Snyder coming back.
Mhm.
Be clear, okay? You could be, oh yeah, well, the actors, that to some people means the Snyderverse, and that's when it's like, restore the Snyderverse. What does it mean? Nobody can give you the actual answer because everyone's divided over that.
Yeah.
Because they can't give you an actual definition of what the Snyderverse is.
I must say what Max says all the time. You don't know. You don't know that for sure. I'm just kidding.
Next time I do that, I'm gonna have a bottle of whiskey or something like that. I'm gonna get hammered ass drunk because I'm gonna take a shot every time he says it. You don't know. Okay.
There needs to be like some kind of game where every time there's something that Max doesn't want to happen, you gotta play a drinking game called the "You Don't Know" game, and just every time.
Absolutely.
Although, if you're going through your limit, don't drink more, because I think Max would kill you if you did that. Living the DC dream, bro. Antonio's laughing. Snyderverse is Man of Steel, BVS, Ultimate Edition, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and the cast returning for 2 and 3. I mean, I guess you could say that.
That would be hardcore Sweaty's version of the Snyderverse. But most reasonable people, the Snyderverse means bring the actors back.
Mm-hmm. Technically, all of them are here, because Cavill was just in Black Adam.
Nobody
Ben
went
Affleck's
anywhere.
in the Flash.
Kind of.
Yeah. The only person who didn't come back is Zach, of course. Well, only for that extra scene in Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's probably about it. But yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't know. Can we just get it to where we're not fighting each other anymore? I mean, I clearly got to the point where I am not going to be friends with any of these people ever again. But like certain individuals, I will never collaborate with or associate with again. That I've met through the Snyder movement stuff. But I mean, all in all, it was fun. I had a good time. I remember at one point in time we were all friends.
Oh yeah.
Andrew, let me tell you, dude. There's a reason why I don't do my streams anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh wait, there's a member
Andrew,
update.
You're not a bad dude. Okay. I have no issues with you, my dude. I mean, you say some weird shit sometimes, but it doesn't.
All right, so we have the
really
poll right now.
Tobey Maguire. Oh, what's up?
Oh shit. Okay, I don't know why StreamYard doesn't show me this, but Daniel Martin has been a member for 7 months. Thank you, Daniel Martin. I have scammed you for sending me money for the last 7. I'm just kidding. I love you, Daniel. Shout out to Daniel. Everyone in the chat, comment W Dan. You know.
And I agree, Daniel. The best thing to do at this point, just tear that son of a bitch off like a band-aid to where we can just get over it now and move on with our lives. Something I've been trying to tell everybody since the damn Snyder Cut came out and Ann Snardoff wrote that article saying we weren't going to get any more.
Oh, the cul-de-sac comment.
I was like, okay, cool. We got what we wanted. We're done. What's on next week over at something else? Like moving on. But no, we've talked about it every night at nauseum for the better part of 2 years now since the movie came out. Like, so
maybe there's a reason because of that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I just got.
I've seen that face.
There is a time where I remember I just hated being a Snyder fan, and that was like around. It is. I mean, I think ever since the Snyder Cut got released, it just went downhill. Like everyone arguing, people relying too much on scoopers. You know.
Well, it's because they were telling people what they wanted to hear. They're like, "Oh yeah, I heard in the bathroom so and so was saying, hey, it's gonna happen. It's a thing." And then it was like, "Oh, the merger
told me so."
The merger, and then it was like, "Oh, so and so at HBO Max is gonna be us." So it went from to Casey Bloys, and then if it wasn't Casey Bloys, it was this guy, and it was like, oh god dang. So we had a different guy to cheer for to get the Snyderverse across the board, and I was like, this is just so stupid. I can't do this anymore. Like, I cannot do this anymore.
Yeah, especially I remember you've been like the most exhausted because especially you're on all these streams and it's always like Zach, you know.
Yeah. And then we don't even talk about Zach and it gets brought up. It's like, and it's so bad that I do it too. And I'm like, all right. That's all right.
And over the last couple of years,
oh shit, I think the audio. Okay,
Paul,
just to sum up what
spoilers?
it's like to be a Snyder fan, we're gonna put up this video from Heavy Spoilers. Oh wait.
And over the last DC fans have been through a lot recently, and over the last couple of years, we've had the Snyderverse. Then the Snyderverse was over. Then Cavill and Affleck out. Hierarchy about to change. Then the Snyderverse could be back. Then the cul-de-sac comments. Again, the hierarchy about to change. Then them saying they're going to tell multiverse stories now. Another hierarchy change with the Discovery merger. Batgirl cancelled. A new 10-year plan. And Cavill and Affleck back. And then f*** off, your family's f***ing dead. DC fans have been through
basically a sum up.
Yeah, well, kind of harsh, but yeah, no, that makes sense.
But did the hierarchy change like Dwayne Johnson kept repeating?
It's all a mess, dude. I mean, okay, yes, Littlefinger in Game of Thrones says chaos is a ladder. Okay, so yes, maybe someone's going to rise to the top of this and take the Iron Throne, but it's cool. My only issue though is like, do you think it's going to be too little, too late? Like in pop culture, popularity comes and it goes. You know, it peaked a few years back for the genre in general. Oh, hell
the sex bots are here.
Are they waiting here?
Oh, no, wait! Everyone click on it. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
No, wait. I didn't know all I had to do was stream about James Gunn and I would get all the hot girls here.
Hell yeah.
I can imagine someone like just clicking on it and being like, whoa, where are the girls? Oh no, now I have a virus on my computer.
Oops.
Me grabbing my fucking dad's laptop to get the free iPhone 13. But yeah, it's
Just give us
it's
your
been
email.
downhill. Oh yeah, also Rush Hour 4 got confirmed today. So that's nice.
Oh,
You know?
hey.
Finally, a W. I don't know what's happened today, movie news. I've only
Right.
been thinking
If
about the
that's
James
if
Gunn
that's a
stuff.
W. Well, we live in a bubble. We live in a bubble.
Yeah, that is true. They knew you were streaming, Isaac. Oh, the ladies come to the multiverse. I'm just kidding. I'm seeing the chat. It's all just males. Although no
It's all
discrimination.
dudes.
You know. Yes. Everyone, just like Zach's. I'm not Zach. Just like Max said.
Hashtag Dicks out for Snyder.
Hey, yo.
Right?
We gotta whip it out. If we want the Snyderverse restored, we gotta go to Warner Bros. Studios right now and just whip it out and say, "Hey, if you don't give us what we want, we're just gonna let it hang." You know, eventually, then Warner Bros. Will have to listen to us.
No, they don't. They'll just arrest you, and then you get like charged with a sex crime, and you'll be on like a list.
Don't listen to Brian. We're not gonna get things done with it. I'm just kidding.
Indecent exposure. Oh,
We gotta do it on
no.
Purge night.
Undo the mighty campy of pants, pull it out, and start urinating all over their freaking seats and say, "This is what you get."
Even Campia is part of.
Damn, John.
I remember hearing that lie, but I don't remember why he even said that. But he seems to like talking about dicks for some reason.
Campia.
But
Yeah,
yeah, obviously I do have to say this. It was a joke.
I wonder if it's a Canadian thing. Oh,
Canadian. Oh, we got.
I didn't see here. TW. Oh no, my bad, bro.
Fucking Canada. That's why they got knocked out of the World Cup so early. Same thing with Mexico, though.
They made the World Cup.
Yeah, surprisingly, they're even hosting it on 2026. Well, with USA and Mexico.
I didn't expect the United States to do very well. So
I'm surprised they even play sports that require grass. You know, I thought they played all their sports on ice, or maybe they'd play soccer on ice. if
go
Canada
out back
really
to the
wants some
pond and have a
advantage-
game of shinny,
I am surprised Canada even has a team. You know. Maybe it was like one of those like things where your parents forced you to do something.
It's one of those things where you're proud that they made the World Cup.
Oh yeah, they hadn't been in the World Cup since I think the 80s. I think, and they hadn't even scored in that. So when they scored they only scored 2 goals in the entire tournament. When they scored their first goal, it was like a surprise.
What was the celebration like? Because I love different country versions of celebrations. You know, you get like the
yeah. I think it was just.
What was the Canadians? It was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Just have them do. I guess have them like celebrate with like hockey pucks.
or was it like the a touching rendition of "Take Off" by Geddy Lee?
Oh, am I skipping? What did you say, Steppenwolf? Bro, it's hard to catch. I don't know how Max and Jarbo and Enosh do this, but when there's more than 10 people in the chat, I can't. I tend to just like it goes through me, you know. Especially when we have Brian and Joe here, it's kind of like my mind doesn't pay much attention to the chat.
Says, look closely at Tobey Maguire's dick.
You don't have to ask me to do that. I'm just kidding.
I was doing that.
I wonder
already.
if Toby ever saw that
while stroking mine. Oh, wait. Whoa.
I remember when that whole leak happened. I remember it went everywhere, and even like in my mom's news program, she watches this like Spanish news program, and even they were talking about the picture, and you could see like Campia's logo, and I was like, God damn! Even Mexican news are talking about it. Don't talk about my Spider-Man. Hey, we're not talking badly about him. We're just talking about his dick, you know.
Boy, do we have problems up here.
Basically DC right now.
No, what I want to do is I want to get the UFC or whatever where announcer Mike Goldberg, when the fight would be over or somebody would get knocked out, he'd be like, "It is all over." I want that
Yeah.
stream, and then like put like the Snyderverse face over one of the guys getting knocked out. It was funny little meme.
Oh, this tweet from Ryan didn't age well. 1 hour ago, he put CEO of DC Studios is real quiet today. And then like 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
5 minutes
later. Maybe that's why James Gunn responded. He saw that tweet exactly and was like,
"Fuck it, I'll show this fucking guy. Keyboard warrior bitch."
I feel like if I was famous, I'd probably do something stupid like that. Just respond.
You're all responding to every single person that says anything to you. You're like,
Kevin Durant. Basically Kevin Durant in a nutshell.
Yeah, right.
I feel like I'd probably have a burner account just to like argue with people for some reason.
Yes.
Like if I'm Zack Snyder, I'm making a burner account being like, "No guys, Zack will come back."
And he's a tender lover.
And then accidentally pulls a Durant by like accidentally tweeting in his main account and people finding out he had a burner account. Maybe that is maybe we're talking to someone right now in the chat. Maybe James Gunn or Zach has like a burner account and we don't know it. Like maybe Vortex here, for all we know, this guy is Zack Snyder and he doesn't want to.
They've been watching us all along.
Oh, right when you say that Canadian comment, look who shows up. What's up, TW?
You had to bring up my sports, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Did you like my shinny comment?
Which one was it? I was logging in.
I was like, I gotta go get my skates, go to the pond, and play some shinny.
Oh, take off, bud. All right.
Even sounds.
I was gonna
Canadian.
say, what's the Canadian goal celebration like? Since they scored a goal in the World Cup, like
it was just the one. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just kind of like a normal celebration.
So was it
like
Davies?
And there was much rejoicing. Yay!
There was much rejoicing, but it was also the only goal we've scored.
Oh no, y'all scored 2 goals because y'all scored one against Morocco.
Oh yeah, right at the end there. Yeah.
It's like that.
I can't remember who scored it though.
It's like that meme video where it's the bar and it's all quiet, and then everybody's like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
We want to take a moment and appreciate the God of Canada right now, Alphonso Davies, who doesn't live in Canada, by the way. He lives in Germany.
Say, what country does he originate from?
I'm just kidding. I know he's a refugee. I don't remember from where though.
He doesn't look very Canadian.
Oh, Ghana, right there. It says Ghana. He's only 22.
Yeah, he was living in Canada until he got transferred. Well, until he transferred,
Yeah, when he played for Vancouver. I remember he played against Houston Dynamo, and I watched that game. But at the time, Alphonso Davies wasn't very known, so it was kind of cool to see the origins.
I never did the MLS game before.
I need to go to a Toronto FC game because a guy I used to work with actually went to the MLS Cup final when we won about 5 years ago. He actually was there, and he said, like at BMO, he said it was a phenomenal experience. Just the energy was just insane.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of Houston Dynamo games.
Now, if the Blue Jays or if the Leafs can do that, man,
a boy can dream. A boy can dream.
Yeah, they're cool to experience, But the games that really, expect the international games, like when El Salvador, because El Salvador plays here, and that's like my dad's country. Those are like the best games to go to, at least in the Houston area. I won't lie to you. NBA games, I love basketball. That's the only other sport I really watch besides soccer. But like NBA games are kind of boring, at least the audience,
Playoff games are cool. Other than that, yeah, I agree.
I think
to be fair, I'm not going to go to any Rockets games because the Rockets aren't even trying anymore. I mean, I'm happy they're rebuilding, but like, I'm not going to go watch a team that's purposely losing.
Closest team to me is the Sacramento Kings.
Save your money.
What are you laughing for? I'm a Kings fan. Kiss my ass, dude.
To be fair, Rockets are like at the bottom, so I can't be laughing.
I go back to 2002 with them some bitches, man.
The Raptors were awful for so long. We had stretches, but then finally getting over the edge.
At least y'all got. At least TW got to celebrate a championship. My fucking Rockets just choke against the Warriors for like 4 years in a row.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it was it's the only sport we got. The sport I'm actually really factually rooting for, like the ones that are my two main sports, which are hockey and baseball up here. First round.
Wasn't there a
Like I
time
said,
where the Toronto FC went to like 2 MLS finals in a row?
yeah, we went
And
to
one of
back
them
to
we
back.
won.
We won the first one, and then we lost the second one to Seattle. We played them both times.
Yeah, and then there was a a rematch against them like a couple years after. So
Something
like I'm
like
assuming
that.
you'll never go to Seattle. I'm just kidding.
Oh, at some point I'll probably go to Seattle, but that's just
Sleepless in Seattle.
I can go here and wow, this is the home of the coach that didn't give Marshawn Lynch the ball on the 2-yard line.
Oh,
I'm
well, the rice in Mexico
I'm
is
a
garbage.
Patriots fan, so
Your page. I don't really watch football unless it's a Super Bowl, but I am. But even with fucking football here in Houston, it's not like the Texans have done shit in the last years.
no. Well, I mean, it also doesn't help the fact that like the Houston Oilers, before all of our times, got so close. And I really think in what I was looking back at just some of the games back historically when the Houston Oilers were still there before they moved to Tennessee in 70, I guess it would have been 78, 79. They were played in the AFC Championship game, and there was a touchdown that should have been called a touchdown. If they had instant replay, I think the Oilers might have won that game.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know what happened to the Houston team, the Oilers, until just now.
No,
Thank you,
yeah,
Tito.
the Houston Oilers were there for many, many years. They were an American Football League team, the AFL, that got merged into the NFL. Played there for 25 years ish, and then 30 years, and then in 96, 97, they moved to Tennessee and became the Titans.
That's interesting. Well, I mean, the only Houston team, I guess, the Astros, which did just win the World Series, but like I don't watch baseball.
Yeah, woohoo Astros. But no, like I said, we got so close, and then it was just pain. But yes, Daniel's right. Shout out to Warren Moon, incredible football player. Actually, funny enough, went undrafted by the NFL, comes up to the CFL, plays with Edmonton's Canadian Football League team, and wins 5 back-to-back Grey Cup championships. Then they realize, oh, he's actually quite good, and they bring him down to his first team was Houston, played for several teams, and had a great career, became the first black quarterback to be put into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So he is definitely a legend for sure. Canada's best movie, Ryan's Babe. What is that? I don't want to Google this. I'm kind of scared.
Wait, Canadians make movies? Y'all have a Hollywood over there? I'm just kidding. Y'all did give us Ryan Reynolds, so I'll always appreciate y'all for that.
Well, we gave you
sorry about
lots
that.
of people. We gave you
I'm
Michael
making
J.
rice.
Fox, damn it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I always forget certain actors are Canadian.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, you could. Yeah, Michael J. Fox. He was cool.
Isn't Jim Carrey also Canadian?
Yes.
I always forget. Like,
yes.
To be fair, Canadians don't look that much different.
He's from Vancouver,
Americans.
Something like that.
Yeah, he's just from around the Vancouver area.
Shania Twain, Calgary.
She's from Timmins, Ontario, I believe.
Oh yeah,
Canada versus Ohio.
The Hart family.
Calgary is where we get a lot of that. But yes, the Hart family, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I just got the network on Peacock, so I'm partaking of the documentaries. God, I missed them.
Oh, you got Peacock cool. because the World Cup is on Peacock. I'm just kidding. Well, that is true.
That's how I found out my brother had it. Actually, he's like, he works at the casino downtown, and everybody that he works with wanted to watch World Cup, so they were watching it on Telemundo, and it was all like blurry, and the connection wasn't as good, so he put on Peacock's version, and it was like.
Yeah, I didn't even know until so I have ESPN because there's a bundle with Disney Plus and Hulu, and I assumed ESPN would have the World Cup. I come to realize they didn't, but I did have a Peacock account, and they had it, and immediately it's in Spanish, which I didn't find surprising because I know Spanish. I've always watched soccer in Spanish, but I thought I was too lazy to even check if there was an English version on Peacock. So I'm just now finding out there's only a Spanish version.
Hey, honestly, that's more. To me, I enjoy it. There's more energy in that kind of podcast. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you listen to like some of the British ones, it's like they get pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the British ones.
I'm just going to give a quick response to Daniel. He was actually neither the CFL or the USFL. He's talking about Kurt
Arena
Warner
football.
here. Yes, the Arena
Wait,
Football
isn't Kurt
League.
Warner Zachary Levi? I remember there was a movie.
Yeah.
Yes,
or am I
American
right?
Underdog.
Okay,
Zach
never mind.
Levi played him.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
yeah, so he was the Arena Football League, played in NFL Europe for a little bit, and then he was, I guess, he was a backup on the Packers for a shoot there before he finally got his shot in St. Louis.
Okay,
Favre.
we're definitely being spied on because after I talked about the Disney bundle, look what's right here on Twitter. Disney bundle.
They heard
We're
you.
being spied on. By the way, this stream is not sponsored by Disney Plus, or maybe it is. And I
Google
didn't know.
hears all, sees all.
Maybe that's why the sex bots were in my chat.
I don't even think there's a.
Oh, that is
they've
hilarious.
written the
Who did
script
that?
yet.
Who did that? That is funny.
What?
They put freaking Rob Stark from the Eternals.
Oh
the
yes,
Superman S on his chest.
Yeah, he's 5'10". He's 5'10".
Oh, that is hilarious, man! Give it to me. I want it. I want it. Can I have Icarus play Superman, please?
The Super Scooper reported it.
Oh, that's amazing.
He's the man who knows all and sees all, and is definitely not Tony.
Definitely not Tony.
Why would you say that, Brian? Like,
I didn't say that.
No,
what are you talking about?
It's not Tony. It's Super Scooper. What do you?
It was an expose.
What?
No.
Peter Safran is like Kathleen Kennedy in DC Universe.
I can't tell if this is supposed to be a compliment or an insult.
All I'm saying is I get paid tomorrow, fellas, and
he became popular.
My entertainment's gonna come back.
He hasn't even made a movie as the president of DC Studios yet. Oh God!
What?
Oh,
no, are you serious? He didn't.
We haven't even seen what the heck their plan is. Their plan's not even complete. Why are we calling him Kathleen Kennedy?
He said, "Wait." Oh my God.
Do you think James Gunn's just saying what Peter Safran's telling him to say?
Guys, when I started saying that this is some Phantom Menace crap, now do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. What do you mean? The Phantom Menace is very positive and outgoing. We never discriminate. I'm just kidding.
Where's what's his face when you need him? Oh my gosh, name's not coming to me. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Love him or this is woke.
Love him or hate him, Herschel Burschel came up through the USFL. He did, and the Cowboys got far better players for him after that trade.
Yo, you know it's a surprise, and even Beltre's here. He never shows up in my chat.
No,
that's because he's like, man, this movie gonna be ass, man.
All right, let's not talk about how much we love Dwayne Johnson. I'm just kidding.
Oh, he's so great.
Got the Cowboys. What? 2 Super Bowl rings.
3.
Oh,
he was my favorite. Yes, The Rock was my favorite BC Lion.
Oh wait, I just remember I have a clip
I like the
of
Calgary
Anthony Beltre.
Stampeders because they had the same ish logo / colors as my high school.
Yeah. Well, I've said for years. I've
Dic's
said
out
for years.
for Snyder.
Hey yo.
I've said before,
like Belcher's here.
I've said before they should honestly have had like sponsorships with the NFL for different teams. Like where an NFL team or an organization sponsors a Canadian team. Like if you look at the Packers and the team that is now known as the Edmonton Elks, the colors, the logos, like they're pretty similar. Like you'd look like if you squinted, you'd look like you were watching a Packers game, as far as I'm concerned.
True. Well, a lot of them look like nice college uniforms.
They look good, but
the
one thing. The Grey Cup champion Toronto Argonauts. That's right.
Oh, nice. The Leafs since the '60s. They're like the Cleveland baseball team. No, there's
It's
this
like
really
that.
interesting video from a channel called Urinating Tree, where he talks about the legacy of
What?
failure of the legacy
I'm
of
laughing
failure.
because
Yes, the name is
I
awesome.
love.
Well, I found it because of
I love.
hockey
I
stuff.
love your. I love urinating tree. He got it.
Okay,
He got.
cool.
We're going to the Super Bowl. It's a. Oh, it's not a catch. Oh,
So you saw the one where they talk about the legacy of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
oh, trust me. I know it's there. I just can't. I just.
Ballard.
I can't bear to watch it. Oh, Ballard. Oh yeah. Here's the thing. My dad. I love him. He grew up in the sort of the just after, the Leafs had finally won it all for the last time.
Yeah.
So he saw all the nonsense and that was kind of funny. My dad's kind of last hurrah, the straw that broke the the sled dog's back was the '93 Stanley Cup semifinal, Kings Leafs.
Oh yeah.
After we got so close,
You guys got hosed.
Gretzky gets Gretzky commits a high stick, nothing happens. Dougie Gilmour commits the exact same penalty. Gretzky gets a penalty shot, and that basically the silver lining, of course, is that they wind up losing that final. But I mean, of course,
to the Montreal Canadiens.
The Canadiens. Is that a team name?
It is
yeah.
Oh, to be fair,
Oh
there's
my
the
gosh.
Houston Texans.
No, the Montreal
Yes.
Canadiens are the New York Yankees of the NHL.
Yeah. Yes, Los Niños del Diablo. That's what they are.
What did you just say? I don't understand what you said. Sorry, TW, no immigrants here. I'm just kidding.
They're the spawns of Satan. I had said for every year I would rather watch them outside of the Boston Bruins. I would rather watch the league hand the Stanley Cup to an American team every year than watch them hand it to Montreal again.
I have no idea what we're talking about. I don't know anything about football.
We're not even talking about football.
Wait, what's what y'all talking about?
Hockey.
Yeah, I don't know anything about hockey.
Yep. Also,
especially hockey. I know a little more about football.
I think you guys
I
got
at
the
least know
Dallas
how to
Stars. You got the Dallas Stars down there. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the closest
play. I didn't know
team
that's
to
what they were
you.
Did you
called.
watch the? Did you watch? You ever heard of Secret Base, Brian? You know that channel?
Heard of it, but I don't think.
Yeah. Anyways, they did a
It
doc
sounds
series
familiar.
on the Cleveland Cavaliers. In 1982, the Cavs almost moved to Toronto. They were almost called the Toronto Towers. They had a logo. It was like it was going to happen, but then they wound up the owner wound up changing it at the last minute.
So on December 13th, we're getting Into the Snyderverse trailer.
Oh, nice.
I wonder if they'll show before Avatar 2. Because I know they did that with Top Gun Maverick. I don't remember when that first trailer
I will
came out for
find
Maverick,
out.
but I remember that released like a day before. I think it was Ghostbusters Afterlife, and they were promoting it before. So it's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to see it day one, so I'll find out.
Oh, Bad Batch.
Wait, when's
season 2,
released?
man?
Oh yeah, I never finished watching season 1.
Oh my gosh, that trailer looked like so much fun, and someone had speculated the
Okay, it's fine. You gotta be quiet.
Why is that comment not popping up?
We're just finishing up.
I'm trying to pop up comments for some reason. It won't. What the heck?
Hanging out. I'm seeing how much money I have.
Weird.
Change wise.
But yeah, I'm excited for the trailer because I love the first.
It looks
movie.
like a blast. Like
Yeah.
I mean, and especially like since I saw that teaser and seeing where. Hello. Hello. If someone in chat could comment if the stream is still live, please let me know. Brian and Isaac just suddenly disappeared.
Thank you.
Hello, Isaac. How are you?
Bro, what the? My internet wasn't even fucking up. Why did it just? It kicked me out of nowhere.
It kicked you out and Brian,
What was
unless Brian chose to leave.
Yeah, I think
I was the only one left.
Wow, this
Thank
is
you,
all
Uber.
TW's fault. TW caused this. Let's all blame him.
It's the damn Canadian internet. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
fucking. Wait, y'all have internet in Canada?
No, I just.
I
No,
feel
I
like
just
y'all
had
would
to-
use like coffee instead of an internet router. It's just a bunch of coffee machines.
No, it's just it's a series of RJ11 cables going through a matrix of maple trees is what happens. It's not a router.
Okay.
It's not a router. It's a rotor.
Oh, wrote or Brian really did head out. So like, why'd y'all choose to say oats instead of out? So was it like
I've
just a funny thing, you know?
far as I understand it, it's basically it was the influence of Scottish English on the Canadians. If it, to be like actually serious, like
Mm,
for example, like a lot of Canadians will say project as opposed to project. Like if you listen to the way that Scots will say about, for example, and you think about Canadian English, it's like, oh yeah, you can see little bits and pieces of it.
all right, I guess that makes sense. But why
But
though?
like I
I'm
said,
just kidding.
honestly, I have no idea.
How do you not know the origins of your country, TW? I'm just kidding. I don't even know a single president from Canada. I only know
Well,
Alfonso
you
Davies and
guys
Wayne
almost
Gretzky.
you guys almost had Ted Cruz as your president, so he
That
was
is
from
true.
Canada.
That's a big L. We got to make
I
Ryan Reynolds president.
well I always joke that we are currently our sitting prime minister is our first black and South Asian prime minister is the joke I've made.
Hmm.
Oh, have you never heard that story?
No, I've never heard it.
Okay, so basically no, it's a joke about Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who is white as a polar bear in a blizzard. The joke about him being the first black and South Asian prime minister is the fact that at multiple parties in the 2000s they caught him in black and brown face on photograph.
Oh shit! Damn. Damn. What the heck?
and also yay nepotism. Um, no, because Justin Trudeau is the son of a former prime minister of ours as well. Same way
Hmm.
W and HW was.
So was
Is
Wayne
this
Gretzky like the 69th president of Canada?
Wouldn't it have been first off, wouldn't it have been the 99th considering he's number 99? Second,
Uh,
why does this exist?
I don't know, but I don't know if it's even real because I didn't bother to search it up. But apparently they use Harvey
Hang
Weinstein
on.
thumbnail happy. So okay, I'm gonna
Before
be
we
honest.
before
I'm actually Jeremy's PR manager, and I made him put this. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I just wanted it clicks. Okay,
it's
guys.
real. It's real.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh wait, yeah, it is. I just searched it on my phone. God, what the heck, Jeremy, bro? Jeremy had to know this. He had to. What did Weinstein do? I don't know any. I'm just kidding.
No, it's far as I know, it's there was something about there was
No, I know
something
Jennifer
about
Lawrence did say it. I'm just surprised
no, as
why
far as
Weinstein's in
Weinstein,
it.
there was something that like I think she had mentioned Weinstein in a in either an acceptance speech or something while she was up on stage at an awards show. This is before like the Me Too and Time's Up movements had hit, and before everything came out about Harvey Weinstein.
Hmm.
But I don't know why it's in the thumbnail here. Although I will agree, it was a very stupid thing for her to say.
What do you mean? Jennifer Lawrence is the first female in general. There was never women before her. She was just the first. And then out of nowhere, like, yeah,
I
the
have
Bible's
I
lying. It wasn't
I
Eve. It
I
was
have
it was her.
I have a book here that disagrees.
Who
But
wrote the
goodness
book?
great,
Who's the author? Just kidding.
exactly. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Well, I may not
Oh,
be a scooper, but I was actually given super secret information about that certain book, you know? And apparently there's going to be a sequel called The Holy Bible to Tokyo Drift.
who are you? Who are you, Joseph Smith?
They should just change it to Too Holy, Too Bible.
Too holy, too Bible. I just sent you a DM.
I haven't like read the entire thing, but from the headline, it seems like she made a dumb comment. Although I probably
Basically,
have to read it.
she had mentioned. No, what happened was there's a the Actors on Actors series that's done by I think it's the Hollywood Reporter. Does the Actors on
Yeah.
Actors will have so she's doing her sit down with Viola Davis, and she had mentioned that she was kind of one of like seemingly the first female, like, or at least first female action star, and where sort of the female was the lead in an action role. And of course, everyone was like, "Well, what about these people?" Obviously, going all the way back to Sigourney Weaver and Aliens, but just throw a dart before 2009, and you can find one. It was just it was a very strange thing, but again, obviously, I do need to watch the whole video to get context.
Yeah, I would probably have to. Oh, yeah. Apparently, everyone's telling me to fucking read the article, but I don't know. The only thing I just found sus is why would Jeremy have this like clip of Harvey Weinstein smiling?
I think because he knew, probably, like, I'm guessing it was probably because of the fact, like I said, Jennifer Lawrence directly references the Me Too and Time's Up movements in that interview, and so my guess is that's probably why Greg's went and got a picture of Weinstein.
Yeah, I mean, I would have used a better picture because I don't know. It kind of comes off as Weinstein W, Lawrence L.
Really, it kind of comes off like, honestly, is how it comes off with just like lol,
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's Variety that does actors on actors. Excuse me, I think.
And to me, they're all the same shit. I kind of get confused for them. I guess I'll read it. Jennifer Lawrence and Viola Davis get honest about female action heroes, motherhood, and press tours ruining acting. Jennifer Lawrence is not someone who gets intimidated easily, but she's a wreck when meeting Viola Davis. This is the biggest honor in my life. Damn it, why did it move me? She says before paying her a heartfelt compliment, your performance in Fences changed my life. She says, I want to skip to the comment. I don't care about this. Let's see. All right, where is it? Okay. I think Women King is the best movie I've seen this year, hands down, and the best movie I've seen in a long time. I heard an interesting story about how it came to. Come on, where's the comment? Where's the comment? I don't feel worthy to be in the same room as you, but please continue.
Keep going.
All right, let's see. Oh, is it somewhere here? Let's see. Okay, goodbye. I want to circle back to you being the Woman King. I remember when I was doing Hunger Games. Oh, so here it is. I was doing Hunger Games, and nobody had ever put a woman in a lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work, because we were told girls and boys can both identify with the male lead, but boys cannot identify with the female lead. And it just makes me so happy every single time I see a movie come out and just blows through every one of those beliefs and proves that it is just a lie to keep certain people out of the movies, to keep certain people in the same positions that they've always been in. When I was doing X-Men, it's hard to not have those perception of the movie that's like, oh, well, it's just one of those, especially when you're painted in blue with scales on your face. If you start thinking, I look ridiculous, I feel ridiculous, there's nowhere to go. In Hunger Games, that was an awesome responsibility. Those books were huge, and I knew that the audience was children. I remember the biggest conversation was how much weight are you going to lose, along with me being young and growing and not being able to be on a diet. I don't know if I want all those girls who are going to dress up as Katniss to feel like they can't because they're now a certain weight, and I can't let that seep into my brain either. I mean, is that really it that she said? Like the important part? Or was there like far more to it?
No, that was the part. That was pretty much the part. And yeah,
Oh,
if you
is there
scroll to the
clip?
next,
Oh,
I
here
think
it
that's
is.
it right there.
To
Well, that's the
New
whole
York
interview.
Times
So that's the
article
whole
is talking about
40-something
Causeway.
minute interview.
Ah, shit. Could someone...
Like, no, people had clipped it out. Keep scrolling for a second. I just want to find the other thing that she said there. Scroll up.
Oh.
There. Okay.
I guess I'll look for it on Twitter.
Anyways, but yeah, you can find it later. But that's pretty much, that was the part that was catching people's ears, as it were.
I guess I'll like look at it on Twitter. It's probably already clipped out there. But I mean,
yeah, it was. I'd seen it. I'd seen it somewhere.
Was it on Pornhub? I'm just kidding. Does Canada have like a specific Pornhub?
Maybe don't make that joke about a woman who had her nude photographs leaked.
Oh
online.
wait, to be fair, I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? She was like the central figure of the original 2018 Celebrity iCloud leak.
To be fair, there's so many celebrities that have their like nudes leaked that I kind of just forget who has it leaked.
As I'm just sending you a couple of images. There's some leaks about the Acolyte. Some photographs have appeared online from the Daily Mail.
Nice. All right, let's see what the chat's saying. I haven't read it. Let's see. Charlie's Angel. Yeah, I guess that. I mean, she's obviously wrong. Like there have been like female starring movies before, but I don't really care too. Oh, I mean, yeah, you could say Judgment Day. Even the first Terminator, they're mainly Sarah Connor movies.
I would actually say in a way, I could be wrong, but I would say that I think it feels like T2 is more of kind of John's movie in a sense. I mean,
Don't listen to TW. My opinions are the only. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go on, TW. Sorry.
yeah. So no, I'm saying like I think that kind of T1 like Terminator 1 was more of Sarah's movie, and it felt like Terminator 2 was more John's movie. But I mean, that's just me. But again, you can, like I said, you could throw a dart. I think what she was trying to get across, though, to steel man her argument, I think what she was trying to say was basically, as far as an action movie that was written for a kids and young adult audience, as opposed to the more adult audience of like Terminator and oh my gosh, like Salt, like Snyder Steppenwolf had mentioned.
Yeah, I think this might be the clip. I don't know. All right.
Article I was talking about Causeway. I made the movie right before I got married. And then we had the pandemic 2 years later. I'm pregnant. We go back and we make the rest of it. And I was talking about my relationship with commitment and anxiety and just how terrifying it was.
I guess this is not it.
To have all of the past that I've had that a lot of people don't know about. And I talked about that in the interview. And of course, everything that comes out. Jennifer Lawrence almost called off her wedding. And it's like, we are.
I guess that's not that.
Yeah, no, she's just talking about how people can, take like one of my favorite SNL. One of my favorite SNL sketches is there was it was like a political debate, and there was like some tweet, or not some tweet, but like an article that they're supposedly referencing in the debate, right? Where someone says, I hate all of the hatred that Jews are getting on the streets. Anti-Semitism is abhorrent, right? But then they like shorten it down to I hate ... Jews ... Is this what you said? Well, yeah, those were the words. See what they said? He's an anti-Semite. It's actually, I'm describing it poorly, but it was very funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you see the Kanye comments? Because I saw someone in the chat talking about it.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
The Kanye comment.
No, not the Kanye comment. I'm going to send this to you. This is also important. The Federal Trade Commission has sued Microsoft.
Before we show that, I guess we'll put the
over the Activision Blizzard acquisition.
I mean, do we need to see the Jennifer video? I feel like just reading is good enough.
What you read was the clip.
Yeah, I mean, do we need to see the clip though? Like, does she just sound different?
No.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I sound exactly like Jennifer Lawrence. I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't know. I guess just reading is enough. But yeah, there's set pictures of the Acolyte right here. So that's nice. I haven't really been keeping up much with Star Wars news recently. Although I don't think there's been much.
It's also cool. It's also just cool seeing like the sort of High Republic style Jedi robes here with like the lighter golds and yellows and different colors and whatnot. It's actually really nice.
Yeah, I still need to finish Andor. I only saw the first 3 episodes.
Great. It's really good if you're into that sort of thing. It's really good.
Yeah, but the actor's Mexican, and I don't want to watch Mexicans in my movies. I'm just kidding. Bro, imagine if I was like white and someone like clipped that out. I'm just kidding. Maybe you feel the same way about Canadians. I doubt you watch Canadian starring movies. I'm just kidding.
I watch what, sorry?
You don't watch Canadian starring movies? Like you boycott them?
No.
Don't lie to me. Come on, TW. You know you protest them all.
I'll protest if they move to the States.
I mean, aren't a lot of movies filmed in like Hamilton?
Like Toronto, Vancouver, there's a couple of things filmed in Hamilton here and there if you need like sort of blue collar stuff, but
the only thing I know about Canada, all of it just comes from fucking Kim's Convenience. My only exposure of Canada.
Which is kind of, it's funny because like Kim's Convenience Store is actually based on an actual, like the actual setup of the store is based on an actual convenience store that you can go visit at a particular intersection in Toronto. So it kind of has become a little bit of a tourist trap in its own way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't over here. I don't know if anything's ever been filmed in Houston. If I'm gonna be honest, like any like major movies, I can't think of any.
I'm not
One day,
sure.
I just want one Marvel movie to have like the character live in Houston. All of them fucking live in New York. How many people need to live in New York?
I don't want films set in Houston. I want films shot in Houston. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Part of Apollo 13 was apparently.
Oh, I know. I think the only time I can remember is there's a scene in Better Call Saul where Gus goes to Houston for a chicken meeting. That's that's the only thing I
And
know.
that's also assuming it's filmed in Houston, right?
I don't think they
It's
had
like,
to because it's only a shot of him being like at a headquarter and then at a hotel. So more than likely it's not. They probably just filmed it somewhere. I know they definitely filmed in Albuquerque because now Albuquerque has like a lot of tourist attractions after Breaking Bad.
yeah. Well, like as far as Krampus said, yeah, Simu he was not the only one. Pretty much everybody in the main cast was like, we have ideas, and then the writers were just like, no.
Oh yeah, I forgot they canceled it. And
It came out of nowhere, basically. It's no, because the producers left, and so they're like, all right, we're gonna just end the show.
I remember it was like a little before Shang-Chi got released, so it's kind of like
Yeah, well, oh
crazy.
yeah, no, it ran for about 5 years before Shang-Chi came out. And
No, but
also,
like the official, like the writers
oh yeah,
leaving, yeah, like that.
it was like right around the same time.
Who should Andrew Tate play in Marvel though? Like, just make Andrew Tate Galactus.
MODOK?
Oh, MODOK. Oh my god.
You see, that's a problem with robotic beings, is the fact that you can just do something like that. Oh boy.
Oh wait, Eddie's streaming today, bro. Eddie hasn't streamed in months, bro. I feel last time he streamed was when Morbius got released. So, yeah,
You know what that means? It's Morbin
Morbius
time
2
again.
confirmed. It is in fact the time to morb. Damn it, I can't. I'm too slow on these pictures. Okay, there's the picture. Morbius. Es tiempo de Morbius. Did Morbius suit affect Canada?
It's more like it's tiempo de la mierda.
You
Did
know
I
what,
say that out loud? I'm sorry, that was wrong. I don't speak Mexican.
Actually, it's called Mexicanese. Get the language right. I'm just kidding. Andrew Tate should be Black Panther. Okay. Well, you see the reason why is because T'Challa's not bald. That's the reason why. No other specific reason. Or maybe he's not really from Wakanda. Okay, what's more real, Wakanda or Canada?
Well, you can't kind of can't spell Wakanda without Canada.
I have a feeling that you Canadians here on YouTube, like you, CJH, who
What do
else?
you mean, you
Aaron.
Canadians?
Yeah, I feel like you guys have like a group chat where y'all are planning to take over YouTube. Like y'all are planning something. There has to be some like a revenge, for all the Canadian jokes.
We have long suffered with the existence of television programs like the Beachcombers.
You're gonna be like the
Dceu,
Talokans from Black Panther. Rise, Canada.
we have to say everything in English and in French because we're bilingual.
Yes. I can't speak French, but I know Vortex here in the chat can. But yes, y'all gotta make y'all's own chant for Canadians.
Jarbo for T'Challa. Oh my gosh.
We gotta let Jarbo know about this. We're going to promote the hashtag Jarbo for T'Challa and see if Marvel gives him a call and see where it goes. I see no reason why Jarbo can't play T'Challa.
Also, congratulations on becoming a meme, by the way.
Yes. Oh yeah, I gotta show that right now. But I got memed. Finally, after almost 3 years on YouTube, I got memed. All right, here it is. Not that many likes though. L for me. All right, here's the meme from S4M1223, and it put two types of DCU fans on Twitter. Goddess of War says, if James Gunn reboots the DCU, I'm done. I'm going to stick to the comics animated series. And then here's my tweet saying, today's a great day to be a DC fan. Thank you, James Gunn. So yeah, I'm famous now. Sorry, TW. Only famous people allowed on stream. I'm just kidding. And I don't know what Vortex. TW, do you speak French? Oh my bad. Do you speak croissant?
Do I speak croissant? I don't speak croissant. I speak tourtière.
I have no idea what that means, but all I can pronounce is French names like Antoine Griezmann, Paul Pogba, Karim Benzema, Marseille.
Ricardo Quaresma. That's Portuguese.
That sounded Portuguese. That especially that last thing.
Well, no, Quaresma, right? He plays for the Portuguese team, doesn't he?
Wait, what was the name?
Quaresma.
I'll be honest. All Portuguese have the same last names. They're all named Cristiano Ronaldo. That's it.
It's all Bruno Fernandes.
Oh yeah, aren't you a Manchester United fan?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Hey, to be fair, Ten Hag has done a better job than Ole so far.
That's fair. I'll say that.
Are you disappointed that Harry Maguire is playing much better for England than he is for Manchester United?
We paid him so much money. Why?
80 million for a fridge.
Oh.
I feel like there might be pressure, being
Like,
that expensive,
being that expensive, being at the field, being at the theater dreams. It's just it can weigh on you.
Yeah. And then Ronaldo, did you see the interview Ronaldo did with Piers Morgan?
Oh, I saw part of it, like the kind of the part that blew up in the sports media, but that's about it.
Apparently, the stadium really is desperate for renovation, and the gym never changed since he left. I remember Mourinho talking about that, but I never paid much attention until Ronaldo specifically did.
Yeah.
So, like, what made you choose to support Manchester United?
It was kind of funny because it was sort of, I was getting into soccer and I had a bunch of friends at the time who were all Man United supporters and like, yeah, give these guys maybe these guys will earn your support. It was right around the first sort of campaign where I completely was a supporter was would have been, I guess, 2016. I think it was. It was the year that United won the FA Cup final. Jesse Lingard scored the goal in extra time. That's that club. Like it was like the last, like Van Haal's last term as manager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember
right when Jose Mourinho came in.
I think it was like a year before Wayne Rooney left Manchester United.
Something like that.
Because I remember Wayne Rooney was still playing when Mourinho was there, but I think it was only for like one season.
Yeah, it was one season, and then Rooney's trending on Twitter. Why is Rooney trending on Twitter?
For me, it's not.
No, for like Canada trends. Rooney is trending. I don't know why.
So you never got to celebrate, because I know most Manchester United fans I know have been like fans when like they were winning the Champions League. Like that's like when most people were like really supporting them.
Yeah, no, that was just before my time. Like in the sense of like before my time rooting for him.
TW's showing off that he's a young guy. You fucking young people. I'm just kidding. I'm 50 years old. I'm an old grandpa. I make Jarbo and Chris look young. I'm just kidding. No, but I don't worry. I'm a Barcelona fan, so it's not like our situation.
Oh, I'm sorry. At least we have money.
Whoa, what's that supposed to be? I'm just kidding.
Here's the thing. Don't forget the Glazers, because here's the thing. I don't know why the Glazers aren't putting the money in the right places, because it's like the Glazers also own in the NFL. They own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm like, you guys are willing to go get Tom Brady? You can't get like someone for us? Come
Oh
on,
yeah.
please,
to be
please.
to be fair, there has been
David De
money
Gea
spent,
was
but it's been like on shitty players.
on the wrong people.
Like
But
y'all
I will
spent 90 million on Pogba, but then let him go for free.
again.
Yeah.
Don't forget that both times Pogba has left, he left on a free. I think both times to Juventus, no less.
Yeah,
Yep.
both of them
Leva's
were Juventus. Well, to be fair, Juventus
yeah.
probably has it worse because right now there's like real investigation on them for
Oh
like
yeah, there's all
corruption
that
and all that, and that could
chaos.
actually lead them to maybe
Again.
being in Serie B again.
Yeah,
So
that
I
hoping.
wouldn't be like celebrating if I'm a Juventus fan right now.
Yeah. Antonio, yes, De Gea was great, especially at
Oh yeah,
it
he
is
was
even
amazing.
heck he had this. I think he still holds the record for the most consecutive clean sheets for a United keeper. He broke Edwin's record that he had. It was either Edwin or I think Peter Schmeichel might have had the record.
Mhm. Harry Maguire's just a walking,
breathing Funko Pop. This is a different. No, he's one of those mega Funko Pops, like the tall ones.
Uh-huh. I forgot. I've seen those before in real life. They're crazy. Like that's crazy. Like they're like $100. I would never buy one because I don't have the space for it. But they look cool. Although it would be creepy seeing that big figure staring at me at night.
I like Funkos, but at the same time, my problem is it's just I also have no room. I have no place to put stuff. And so in my case, it's kind of when I pick up media or collectibles, I try to pick up stuff that I can use, like whether it's clothing or whether it's comics or whether it's movies or something like that. It's
Wow, what a
tangible in some way.
I'm just kidding.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna wind up getting me canceled again. Oh my god.
Again, whoa, what did you do the first time?
No, but I mean, I call you a nerd at the start of chat. Oh, TW is calling me the N-word. I'm like, oh, come on.
What does the word not start with an N? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. For legal reasons, we're joking.
Yes, in case that's not clear. This is actually a cool thing. By the way, shout out to Super Scooper for being our source of truth and knowledge in all of this. But I'm not lying. This is actually kind of a cool design, like as far as like something you could see on Krypton, an ancient, sort of like ancient battle armor for the House of L.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this looks cool. Now, of course, let's not deny Icarus is very similar to Superman, at least in the movie. And so, if like
Yes.
Richard Madden was to be casted, I'd say that's a W. But yeah. Oh shit. The chats have been leaked. No, I'm just kidding.
Nerd.
And to be fair, I don't really put much private stuff there. So.
In what, sir?
Oh, like when I was exiting, I forgot that the DMs were open. So like part of the DMs.
Oh, jeez, you're
but
just as bad as Max.
Icarus. Bro, Max is about to get in trouble because of me. I guess Max has been exposed today.
Oh, what for the hashtag?
Hashtag boycott Max. Bro, literally yesterday I took a nap after getting home from work, and like I wake up and I see Max streaming, and it's like reboot something, and I'm like, what DC reboot is this just a theory? And then no, I wake up and the Hollywood Reporter was talking about Wonder Woman 3, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Then I saw people saying James Gunn's a bad guy and everything like that everywhere. It was funny.
We're getting a live action Wookiee Jedi. I am very happy.
Why?
Well, it's cool. Like you see Gunji in the Clone Wars, but and like Buryaga in the High Republic, but that's books and whatnot. So to see it in live action's cool, and I think that'll be a fun thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also I just now remember today's the Game Awards. So
yeah, tonight's the Game Awards, and then today the Federal Trade Commission has officially sued to block Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard.
I mean, to be fair, I think the only games I know that are running
like they knew
is Elden Ring, God of War, Ragnarok, and I can't remember any other games. I'm not like much into gaming,
See,
So
Dad of Sun 2. So what is it like? What's up? Like Dad of Sun 2, Elden Ring.
I'm gonna be honest. The only game I really play is FIFA, and occasionally 2K. Sometimes Spider-Man and the Arkham games.
Warmy.
That's like very rare. Same thing with GTA 5. And then besides that, I think I don't play. Like I've never played Call of Duty. Maybe it's a good thing I never played Call of Duty because I've seen those fucking game lobby chats. Let's just say there's something else.
There's a reason Max calls them gamer words. So
Yeah.
so the game of the year candidates are Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, Dad of Sun 2, Horizon 2, Stray, and Xenoblade 3.
Nice. To be fair, I guess I'm assuming God of War is gonna win a lot because I saw a lot of people talking about that game.
I wouldn't be surprised, but we shall see.
And also, Antonio asked me, "Am I gonna watch Last of?" I will say, I watched both
I am gonna
Last
watch
of
it.
Us. Like I watched them on YouTube, like the whole gameplay movie cutscene thing. I love both of them. So yeah, I'm gonna watch the show.
I can't wait to see it. I'm actually really interested.
I want to see the zombies eat Pedro Pascal. I'm just
No.
kidding. Just have it at the very beginning just to get people mad. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I never played Call of Duty. Call of Duty lobbies. If Isaac entered, leave you taco eating, burrito eating, nacho eating, cola drinking, Hispanic talking, bozo. God damn. I feel like Vortex had this planned out. He had it like in his notes, just waiting to type it.
Yeah, that's a little it's a little harsh there, bud.
Vortex is French. I don't think he knows much English. I'm just kidding. He is French though, so he gets to celebrate seeing France do so well in the World Cup for a second tournament in a row.
Till England beats him.
What if Italy shows up out of nowhere and they're like, "Yeah, y'all thought we were gone."
You can't be gone if you were never in.
That's what she said. Hey, no matter what, Canada still had a better World Cup than Italy this year.
Yeah, that is true.
We live in a world where Morocco and Canada were at a World Cup, but not Italy. Four-time
Morocco's still
champions.
in.
Yeah,
Morocco's still in.
They're in the quarterfinals.
The first Arab country to make a World Cup quarterfinal.
They're, I think, the fourth African team to go to a
fourth
quarterfinal.
African team with the first, I think the first sort of country, Arab country to actually make it, as far as I was told. I could be wrong, but
yeah, Arab countries have only ever reached the Yeah, because I remember there was a year where Iran
round of 16. Yeah,
round of 16. Yeah, they've never gone past, because I remember back in 2010 it was a big deal when Ghana made the quarterfinals, and then because of a handball from Luis Suarez, their journey ended. And what was perfect about that was that was in South Africa, the first ever World Cup in Africa. So that was like cool to see an African team do well. Krampus Jeebus says, "We live in a world where bragging rights are our team players' soccer better than yours, lame." Look, let's not deny it. A lot of countries, Brazil, their number one export is soccer, especially Brazil. Brazil is it's never go to Brazil, but they have the best soccer players ever.
Death with Brazil.
Brazil. I show speed. Bro, what's fucking the videos I've seen of speed in Qatar are so fucking hilarious. It's no coincidence that I show speed has gone to 3 games trying to watch Ronaldo, and all 3 times he's either been benched or he's not playing it at all.
Coincidence?
I think Ronaldo fears for his life. He thinks that I show speed's trying to stalk him. Like, he's like, "Coach, do not put me in. I don't care if it's the World Cup. There's a man out there hunting me down." Holy fucking shit. Vinicius Jr. was cool. Oh, but from the African teams in 2010, Ghana made through. I think it was 2002, Senegal got to the quarterfinals. Eventually,
That's cool.
We need to see one African team win a World Cup. At least one. but I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. Although maybe Morocco, if besides because the team I'm cheering for is Argentina, but if they weren't to win it, I wouldn't mind Morocco pulling up the upset. That would be the biggest shock in sporting history.
I'm still pulling for the Argentina Portugal final.
Oh, the world would be still for 2 hours.
Oh my gosh! Just everyone just goes silent. It's like just imagine halfway around the world, you're just like step out in the street.
Even the
There's no
stadium is
crime.
just quiet.
There's no crime. There's no noise. All the shops are empty. You're like, what is going on? Yeah, oh, World Cup.
Okay, just imagine Argentina and Portugal final. It's 0-0 up until the 90th minute, and Argentina gets a penalty, or Portugal, whichever country. Just imagine the
and
tense.
then of course Messi and Ronaldo want whoever the appropriate nation has to take it. The radio silence at that point, just because that would I think for a lot of people just decided it's like he's better. Because pretty much our entire lives. I mean, I was still watching soccer before I became a Man United supporter. Pretty much our entire lives, it's been Ronaldo and Messi.
Yeah, bro. As a Barcelona fan, I can tell you that
before that, obviously, you
Ronaldo
guys had
rivalry
Ron.
was something else.
Yeah. And then before that, if you look at Real and you look at Barca, you obviously had you had R7 or R9 and Ronaldinho before that.
Yeah, but I don't think they're like individual sporting athletes. I don't think there's ever been like a bigger rivalry.
Nothing like that. Well, I
Messi
mean,
and
because you had the Galacticos, obviously, with Real
Mhm.
Madrid, and then you had all the great guys that were around Ronaldinho, not just Messi, but you had Sammy Eto'o and oh my gosh, who was Xavi? You had who was
Xavi.
their
Yeah, he's our
keeper?
coach now.
Yeah, that which is God. That's one of those hey, do you feel old yet moments.
He was like when I first became a Barcelona fan around like 2008. Him, Carlos Puyol, Iniesta, they were like my
Carlos Puyol,
favorites.
yes, of course. Iniesta, yes, those guys were great. Iniesta, I will never forget. I will never forget because I watched I got to watch part of Iniesta's last match with Barca, and he's just him sitting on the pitch after the match was over and just taking it all in. Like this
Yeah.
is the end. But the craziest thing was I was watching the World Cup the other day, and I saw during Portugal's last match, and I'm seeing someone take a header. I'm like, because I'd missed a couple of the matches before, and I'm like, that's Pepe. Pepe's still playing.
Yeah, he's 39 too.
I know. I'll never forget. I'll never forget watching the was it the Filipino coverage of that one match? Pepe has lost the plot. He's just Pepe's kicking the guy that's on the ground.
Pepe was incredibly violent in his prime. He still is.
He was crazy.
I remember there was a Clásico where he stepped on Messi's hand and he didn't even it looked like he didn't even think about it. He was just looking straight and he just stepped on Messi's hand. No remorse whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, players it's surprising because this seems to be more modern. Like players above 35 are still playing at the top leagues. Like before it used to be I know Ronaldinho, Zidane, Iniesta, they all either retired or left to smaller teams by the time they were 35. I feel like now it's changed. I guess I mean to be fair, when you're an athlete, you got to make as much money as you can during your prime.
And not just that, you're also the contracts are larger. The what's it called? The science is better when it comes to health and exercise and things like that. And the way that training, the way that regimens are put in by management and by players, they're a lot healthier. I mean, heck, Zlatan's 38 and the guy looks like he's not a day over 30,
Oh, I think he's 40 actually now.
I think he just turned 40. Let's look this up. You also look if you look at Ibrahimovic's keyboards at his house, you'll notice that they're missing the control keys because no one controls Zlatan.
Oh my god.
He
When
is
Zlatan
40?
was a kid, his parents would actually ask him to tuck him into bed.
Yes, he is 41. When
Shit.
what is it? When Zlatan comes to your house, you are the guest.
Oh man, I miss those memes.
You must
Also, I
remember
guess
that
just to ask,
lions cannot compare themselves with humans.
Yeah, and Antonio, I would say Ronaldinho, Ronaldo 9. The thing is, they're very different players, so it's hard to compare. But
Yes.
I guess I would say Ronaldinho is more fun to watch. But if
Oh
like
yeah,
I'm trying to
he was
find
great.
who's like, if I only got one guy to choose, I guess I would go Ronaldo 9. Even though
And I
I'm biased since Ronaldinho's a Barca player, but
which is funny because I'd probably pick Ronaldinho, even though I do think probably statistically you could probably look at him. Ronaldinho was also a better athlete, I think, as far as I'm concerned.
the thing is that sucks is that Ronaldo 9 was very injury prone and Ronaldinho was
Yes,
often
it's just
partying,
the way
so he
it's
like
just
didn't
the
take
way
it
that
as
they
much serious.
played.
Yeah, which I love about Ronaldinho. He was like a fun guy, but there's a reason why Barcelona started doing better after he left.
Just a time. Well, I mean, it also helps that they had Messi.
Yeah. To be fair, Ronaldinho is probably the reason why Messi, like at such an early age, was given the opportunity. Because I think there's a story Kobe Ryan said where Kobe, he was close to Ronaldinho, he went to like a training camp to talk to Ronaldinho, and Ronaldinho pointed out
Mhm.
Messi and said, "That guy is gonna be like the best player in the world," and it was like a 17-year-old Messi. I wonder what it's like to be a teenager and playing with like these greats, and especially
It
in the
must have
times
been
like Ronaldinho.
terrifying.
Oh yeah, I would be scared, especially Messi, who
Yeah.
he was always seen as the smaller guy in the pitch. So I was like, that must have been insane. But then again, there's a reason why he's at the position he is now. But yeah. Oh wait, Super Scooper tweeted. All right, I gotta find it.
He's seeing through the lies, man.
Super Scooper, the only scooper I believe. All right, let's
Because
see.
because he doesn't speak in scoops, he speaks in facts.
Yes. What's his username? Is it just Super Scooper?
It is. Oh my gosh, where is it? At super_scooper.
I found it.
If you guys want real truth, real facts, go check out our friend Super Scooper at super_scooper.
Oh, is this the tweet? Oh fuck, I forgot. It's not even on camera. Wait. Okay, here it is. Is this the
It's
tweet
the
you're
one.
referring to?
Hang on, it's just loading. Yeah, damage control. See, he gets it. He understands. He understands better than James Gunn, even though James Gunn is the guy that said the thing that he's doing. You guys don't understand.
You guys don't know what we know. I'm gonna be honest, that's probably the most annoying thing to hear out of anyone in movie talk. You don't know what we know. I hear it so
Yes, what is
often. I
this?
guess I've just gotten tired of it, you know. But yeah, damage control after his plane started to leak. That is true. Oh yeah, I'm just now reading that. I'm just now realizing that. But James Gunn's lying. What James Gunn's really going to do is he's going to restore the Snyderverse. He's going to bring back Zack Snyder. And you know what? He's actually going to fire himself and give the job to Zack Snyder. Boom. You're here first, folks. See what other scoops the Super Scooper has.
He understands. Super Scooper understands. RJ knows nothing.
James Gunn will be announcing Superman Man of Tomorrow, working title, starring Richard Madden after The Flash hits theaters. Cavill will be recast as Superman Prime. And then, of course, this is the picture we showed up
What?
earlier.
That's crazy.
Let's
He
go.
understands it.
We also have to remember RJ has direct communications
Oh,
with
my
James
mistake.
Gunn.
Oh my goodness. I had forgotten. Yes, he's right.
Yes. Super Scooper, the only scooper to trust. He died for his scoops.
He died.
Our
I
Lord
miss him
Super
so
Scooper.
much.
Yes. Fuck Mikey Son. Mikey Son will not give you what Super Scooper can give you. Oh my god, I forgot. Enosh met Dwayne Johnson, guys. That's totally real. Do not ask me. So yeah, he met him. There he is. I can confirm it's really him because look, Dwayne Johnson is bald in this picture, but he's also bald in real life. So that means it's
Of
real.
course.
Boom.
Right there. Checkmate.
W. Dwayne Johnson. He's restoring the Snyderverse. I think I had a picture here. But the thing is, will he be restoring the Minions verse after the box office sweep that was known as Minions Rise of Gru?
Goodness gracious.
Enosh wants the clout. He scooped for our sins.
No.
Oh, DW has to leave. All right.
Yeah, I,
See
I
you
wish I
later,
wish I could I
TW.
wish I could stay, man. But have yourselves a good day. If I can, I'll come on back later.
Is it okay if I still can cancel you on stream?
No, no way! Don't cancel me, no.
All right. I guess now it's time to go solo. All right. I'm gonna see if I can turn on the camera. The reason why is because we were conversating and I didn't want to ruin the internet connection. So boom. I'm changing the name to James Gunn's assistant. What the heck? So I was watching Jarbo's stream and I had it on my Roku TV and it just turned on its own. What the heck? All right. I hung out with Neurotic on Saturday at Comic-Con. He's a nice guy. Wait, was there a Comic-Con? There, I swear there probably was. I don't remember. I don't know. Oh wait, did my internet go? Wait, what? Oh, wait, did my internet? Am I good right now? I don't. I'm actually gonna check the polls right now. Let's see, because I know I had a voting poll and I haven't checked it in a while. But yeah, that was weird. My Roku just turned on its own. What the heck? Okay, so Antonio says we're good. So now we have the stream to myself. So that was actually a fun stream. I was surprised. I had 20 people at one point on the stream, so that was cool. So shout out. How many likes do we have? 10 likes. We only have 10 likes. Y'all smash that like cunt. Wait, there was a LA Comic Con. I didn't know that. Wait a minute. Wasn't that where John Campia was? John Campia was at that. He was like at a convention. And I remember that's what it was. Okay, so we have 37 votes. So the question was, should James Gunn reboot DC? Out of 37 votes, 65% said yes, 35% said no. I will say it got hostile at one point. DOW was here. I think he was frustrated because all I was saying was really that I just thought that DC, I love DC, but I can understand why they would go a different route, you know? But yeah, this was what the stream was really about. Just to kind of be like, hey, look, as fans, we have to just trust the process, you know? But yeah. ADS should have Isaac on the stream later today. I'd join, but is he actually streaming? Let me actually search it up. All right. Well, I'm not gonna keep up with the votes, so that's probably the last time I'll check it. But yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna see. All right. Eddie, where's Eddie? Eddie. All right. Give me a second. Oh my DS 23. Is he actually streaming? Wonder why. Oh, okay. 6:15 p.m. I probably won't be able to. I'm usually busy at the time. But it's a stream called DCU Finally Dead. James Gunn DC Universe reboot to rise from ashes. All right. By the way, I do want to say this. I've been working on my second channel a little more recently, and I have an intro ready. So I want to ask you guys y'all's thoughts, but let me play the intro real quick. By the way, this was a fun stream. Campia is a spaz, but he was at that one, right? Like, was he at the same convention? I don't know. I'm not a fan of Neurotic, but I won't lie to you. If I was to meet them in person, I wouldn't like I don't know why people make such big deals out of social media stuff. Like, even though Gary says a lot of stupid takes, I probably wouldn't like do anything, but I'd just be like, hey, what's up, Neurotic? Don't like you, but oh well, move on. Although I almost met Geeks and Gamers in the summer. So what happened was there was an anime convention and my friends all went. My friends love anime. And I was going to go just because I kind of wanted to be with them. It's fun to hang out with them. There's an anime convention in Houston. It was in July-ish. And I didn't know this until a week before, but the Geeks and Gamers went there, like Jeremy, Ryan, Neurotic, and Young Rip. I know Young Rip was not Geeks and Gamers, but of course he's always with them. He was also there. And literally it nearly convinced me to go. But I was like, I mean, there's probably gonna be a long line. I don't feel like my goal was to actually go there and make a video for Max. Like get Jeremy to give a shout out to Max or something like that, because I know, because they were also walking around. One of my friends said they saw Ryan Kindle at one point, because I had told him about Ryan Kindle and all the people, and they said that they had seen Kindle at one point walking around. But like I would have liked to have bumped into them just to make. I would have made a joke saying like, "Is there too many good black people in this convention?" I would have made like a joke like that. But yeah, Campio was there. I know he took a picture with Simu Liu. Hopefully, you find Kano in spirit in the anime convention. Kano, okay, so you guys know Kano Joseph. He was at that exact convention, and that's where the fat guy was. And my friends told me they actually heard the fat guy that was in Kano Joseph's video. But you know what? Let's actually see some of the James Gunn hatred. Let me look for it right now. Because, by the way, the people who are so angry at James Gunn, I'm sorry, but it's so dumb. It's really dumb. Why is Latinas trending on Twitter? What the heck? But, all right, let me see if I can find. Excuse me. By the way, I just want to say this before we go on with the rest of it. Among Us has been confirmed to be in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Just want to say, Among Us is in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Has there been anything I didn't cover today? Like, out of the important shit? All right. Quote tweets. All right. Let's see. Jessica Blake. Just let Zach finish his story while also doing your own thing. And then you can do whatever you want after that. That was planned after Zach's films, a Flashpoint type event to change some things. By the way, that's not Gunn's decision. Remember, the previous Warner Bros. Regime did not want Zach. And Zaslav could have chosen to get Zach. So it doesn't seem like this is all on James Gunn. Just want to clarify that. But Isaac is a big bully Latina. Some people say I have a big butt, but yeah. Anyways, Twitter is a different breed. I said Among Us first. Yeah, that is true. I got it from Vortex. Although I saw a lot of people making the joke too. You know, James Gunn stealing. No, see. Krampus says Ripo's cool. He put his money into making Isom. He's not all talk. He's trying to put out quality content for fans, not pandering for a soulless corporation that only wants your money. I haven't read Isom. I never talked about Isom or the Ripaverse because I saw too many people like going after Ripa. And I was kind of like, who fucking cares? He's making his own thing. Who cares, you know? But yeah. So basically, the comment that James Gunn was saying was that half of it was true, but there's like my assumption that what is true is that Patty Jenkins is not coming back. She's not coming back for Wonder Woman 3, at least as it stands. There are no plans for Black Adam 2. There are no plans for Henry Cavill Superman, and there are no plans for. I feel like one thing that is true is that maybe Momoa is no longer going to be Aquaman, but he's going to play Lobo. You know, bro, look at his outfits, bro. You can fucking see his chest. I mean, to be fair, Young Ripple's a very hairy guy. All right, but yeah, I mean, it's one thing that I'll admit is nice is what his shirts. Oh, wait, are we talking about Young Ripple? I don't even know what kind of clothes he's wearing. All I know is he wears a tank top and a hat all the time. Oh, no, I mean Ezra. Oh, I don't remember if Ezra's hairy. I mean, you can tell his 5 o'clock shadow, so he clearly has a lot of facial hair. But, I mean, Ezra, I don't like that kind of dressing, but hey, that's cool. I just don't, personally, that's not my style, you know? To be fair, I don't show you guys how I dress up all that much on my videos. Like, I tend to just, what will happen is, so since I'm at home, when you're at home, you want to wear something comfortable. So what I do is I just have some shorts on and I just find a random shirt. Like a lot of these shirts that you see, like, of course, there's Hogwarts. I have a lot of DC Marvel shirts. A lot of those tend to just be used here at home or when I'm working out or something like that. But, I mean, yeah, that's about it. But yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, I want to find the Geekosity article. or not Geekosity article. It was a Geekosity tweet. Bro, these guys are coping so badly. It's the funniest thing ever. Oh my god. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Yes, my balls are currently out. Yes, this is true, guys. Look, I'll show you guys right now. Look. All right. This is going to get me canceled, but I'm standing up and yep. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Isaac, for 1 more billion subscriber special, you should twerk. I will twerk right now. I'm just kidding. But yeah. I don't really dress that nicely. I mean, I do care about how I dress. Like I like to wear jackets, jeans. I'm not like big, like I'm not the biggest fashion guy. I just like to dress nicely, you know. It's so small you can see jack shit. What about it? Oh my god, what the heck? Hoping Isaac has no pants confirmed. That is true. Also, it is my birthday next Thursday, and I'm gonna watch Avatar: The Way of Water. Woohoo! Not gonna lie to you, I stopped caring about my birthday a couple days ago, but I might do a birthday stream just for fun. But don't expect to see me stream too often because recently I've had things off behind the scenes to do stuff. But yeah, Isaac is a 1 millimeter defender. What do you guys expect me to be hard while streaming, bro? No. All right, let me actually let's make it bigger. All right, just sitting here waiting for a certain studio to call the Hollywood Reporter liars. Well, James Gunn responded to this, and you know what he said? He said part of it's true. The difference between Geekosity and Hollywood Reporter is that Geekosity has there's no reputable stuff about them. There's just a bunch of idiots there. It's just Mikey's son trying to get people on him, while Hollywood Reporter is a genuine news outlet. All right. And also, I'm going to take off my headphones because, I mean, I don't really need them. I don't have people here anymore, so got to take off my headphones. But there's another tweet. Let's see. Oh, then they were like, cry. Wait, how the heck did Geekosity retweet their own tweet? Wait, you can do that? What? But only James Gunn knows what's going on. But only James Gunn. Bro, y'all are coping. Bro, just shut up. This is the thing. Scoopers need to know how to take an L and then just shut up. Just shut up and move on. Bro, the world is much better without scoopers. Really, their only job is to spoil a movie. All right, you know what? I will. All right, guys. Sorry, my pants are coming. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The difference is Hollywood Reporter is actually reputable. You can actually confirm that what they're saying is true. So, yeah. The James Gunn. By the way, Thomas Scott, I think he's new. So what's up, Thomas Scott? Sorry, I know there were some new people in the chat, so I apologize if I couldn't respond or anything. There's just so much talking with Brian and Joe. But yeah, I'm the only real scooper. Trust me, bruh. All right.
How dare you, sir? Does the fourth wall mean nothing to you? Amateur.
Let's go. Round of applause for Taliban, boys and girls. Whoa. It's the correct answer. It's the correct answer.
Jesus.
All right. Well, we're just gonna go with the chat. Joe Chill, Joe Mama. Yeah, but yeah, there was so much going on. Like I literally out of nowhere, like I wasn't reading much of the chat, and then out of nowhere, I see like people arguing about Batman 89. I'm like, bro, what the heck? Why are we arguing about it? Like we weren't even talking about Batman 89. Like I was so confused as to what the heck was going on. But what the heck? Who the heck is Abra George? He's always tweeting at me, but not like the first time he tweeted at me, he was negative, but now he's been like calm, but like he always tweets at me. All right, let me read what Abra George says. This is what I found in So's chat. If you see that Kal-El and Charles Austin are making death threats all over the Cape Shit movies. What's happening? Who the heck is Abra George though? Oh, Kella says I'm all good considering I'd feel better as Zaslav decapitates Gunn with his axe. Um, I don't see the big deal with this. All right, I mean, oh well. He quote tweeted me. I guess he wanted me to see it. I mean, I don't know what to do with this information. But I guess that's pretty asshole-ish. I wouldn't see it as a big thing, but I mean, oh well. What's funny is that they rarely ever talk about me because I rarely ever like make videos on them or anything like that. Also, I'm not that big of a channel, but one time, so it was when me and Zod were friends. It was when me and Zod were friends, and I think it was like around July. So what happened was that me and Zod were planning, and by the way, he's the guy that blocked me on Twitter. I put it on my community tab a while ago, but so what happened was a couple months ago, me and him were talking about how he would like to do Q&A with me. Eventually we couldn't because the one time I was actually really sick. I had the flu. And then eventually, like after that, we couldn't reschedule. Then after that, he started getting mad at me because I would make fun of Sil, Geekosity, and all of them. But what happened was one time I was on the chat, and everyone knows 1000% that I'm friends with RJ, that I'm friends with Max, because especially at the time during the summer, I was often on Max's streams. So what happened is I was on Zod's chat, and this was my first time typing, and I was like, "What's up, Zod? How you doing?" And then this idiot named Mr. Wayne, right? He literally, out of nowhere, says, "Hey guys, there's a snake in the chat, so y'all be careful." And I'm like, or no, he was like, "There's a snake who's close friends with Max." And I'm like, nobody else in the chat is friends with Max except me. And I'm like, say my name. And yeah, that's why I didn't even like being in their chat after that because he talked about me, and I'm like, you do know being friends with someone doesn't automatically mean that I'm just going like, this is a public stream. Anyone can see this, right? Like if right now I was to say I hate puppies, right? Let's say I hate puppies. Let's say I put that, right? And let's say Vortex makes a Twitter account saying, "Hey guys, Isaac says he hates puppies." That's public information the minute I made this stream public. That's I ain't got anyone to blame but myself. You know, Grand Admiral Vortex. All right. Did you see Jody's stream? The guy is acting like a total jackass and blaming Zack Snyder for messing up DC for everyone. Well, Jody is a very low IQ. Him and his guest, they tend to be very dumb, so I don't even give him any second thoughts. But thoughts on original villain? Oh, this was the question I wanted to bring up earlier, but I couldn't because Brian and Joe were here, and then eventually TW. But I'm fine with it. At the end of the day, just give us good villains. I don't mind if they change up things from the comics, but yeah, I mean, but yeah, Aber George always tweets at me, which isn't a bad thing. Like a lot of times it just tends to be like his opinions and all that, but I'm just surprised he quote tweeted me on this. So Jody has a hate boner for Snyder. Yeah, Jody is weird. Yeah, I lost all respect for Jody after what he did to Max. But yeah. I'm just right now seeing my DMs. What the heck? Oh, have you guys seen that one Christmas movie? What's it called? Violent Night with David Harbour. I'm thinking of watching it, but I don't know. I tend to be very cautious of what movies I watch because I don't want to go to a movie and then the movie ends up being bad and I spent all this money and all that. But I mean, from what his account, it seemed I thought it was a burner account, but I'm assuming he's just the guy who's new on Twitter, from what it seems. And I'm assuming he just knows. I know he knows RJ because I've seen him comment in RJ's tweets. But well, all right, hold up, give me a second. But yeah, there isn't much to talk about anymore, so I guess I'll just go on the chat. All right. In fact, I used to like Andy. Even joined his streams. Weren't you friends with Andy? Because I remember he would talk to you. I was never friends with any of them. At most, I only liked Luis Leca for a while, and then eventually I just realized this guy literally is just a shill. He's just a shill for Andy. So I was like, yeah, what he says doesn't mean anything. But Yeah. Do people think that threatening James Gunn is going to get the Snyderverse reinstated? I'm assuming that's how some people think. They're very dumb people with low IQs, so I don't really tend to pay attention to them. But yeah, that's what they really are. What are the death threats about? Oh, wait, what are we talking about? Are we talking about Jody? What happened with Jody is that Jody threatened to dox Max. Of course, Max has his identity secret. In fact, his name's not really even Max. But by the way, that's not doxing what I just did because Max has said this publicly many times. But Jody tried to he he had a picture of Max's face and he threatened to reveal it, and he would reveal it because Max was making videos on him. Max actually did stop. He took an entire year until he eventually did make a video about Jody, or at least Jody in the thumbnail. But that's something I'm like, nah, you don't do that. Now, to be fair, I don't really care that much. Like, to be fair, if you're on social media, you're bound to have your information leaked. I don't really care. To me, it's not really doxing unless your address, your phone number, the name of your family or friends is leaked. Like, unless it's that, I don't care. But if it's just your face, who cares? Everyone has a face. Who cares? But and it's not like if people were to find out what you look like, you're really not that much in. I mean, yeah, there's a threat, but it's not that. Like, it's if someone can find your face, they're bound to find your IP address. So I don't really care that much. But but no, it still was like a bullshit thing to do from Jody. So yeah. Isaac, are you down for a full reboot if that happens with DC? Yeah. I said this in the beginning of the stream. I'm like, hey, look, at the end of the day, I want James Gunn to be given the opportunity. To me, I think James Gunn should be given the chance to do what he wants with DC. I think the guy deserves the right to do what he can with DC. And if that means reboot, then I'm all in for it. But man, my voice right now, my throat's not doing good. Oh, the Albert George stuff. I don't know. Wait, hold up. Oh, well, George never made any death threats. So what happened was that he was showing us tweets that apparently in Still's chat, people were making death threats on James Gunn. Anyone's welcome to come to my house, females only. Well, all right. Boom, I got boobs. I'm a woman now. Let's go. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. James Gunn is probably like, what the fuck did I get? These people are insane. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Is there anything to talk about? We got people in the chat. Doxing Max will do nothing. He's not in the entertainment industry. Well, obviously, no one should be doxed. But I remember that's what Jody attempted to do. That was a bit bullshit. I do think a lot of people overreacted, including myself, and I feel for the chat. The thing is that is true, is that this article didn't say there's going to be a reboot. What happened where people were theorizing it's a reboot because why would they get rid of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman and Jason Momoa as Aquaman? They're both money makers, so it'd be like weird to just out of nowhere just remove them. By the way, I also want to address this. So earlier, when me and Joe were talking, what I had said is Birds of Prey critically was a success, not box office. It flopped. There's no debate about that. But someone got mad at me. They said I was rewriting history. I'm like, no, I'm not rewriting history. Go search up the critic reviews and all that. Birds of Prey was critically well received. Audience wise, it was mixed, but a lot of the general audience that I know liked it. And while the movie flopped, and it did flop, for some reason, some people were like saying I was rewriting history. Why would I rewrite history? The movie did well critically. It just failed financially. And I made sure to mention that. Shazam was decent box office. Black Adam was a little below mid. The Suicide Squad, of course, flopped. And I was just trying to say that. What I was trying to say was I just want to give James Gunn the opportunity to do what he thinks is right. This doesn't mean that Zach can't come back. It just means that James Gunn's going to do his own thing. Bro, let Max nap. He loves napping. Yep, Max loves. There was actually even one time where he literally fell asleep on a stream. It was for like a couple of minutes, but I think it was me and TW were talking, and I think Max got bored, and out of nowhere he like starts napping like straight on the spot with this mask on, and he's like this, and I'm like, bro, it's scary the fact that he like just fell asleep just like that, no bed, no nothing. He's just like, and I'm like, bro, no, there has to be a real issue. I mean, technically, if you want to be technical, it really wasn't a reboot because it still is in the same, like, it still takes place with the events of that first movie with some of the characters. Just the only difference was that they had new characters in this movie. You know, there wasn't any recasting, there wasn't any reboot really. It's considered a soft reboot, but it's really not a reboot because they still had some of the characters from the previous movie come in, and what else? They didn't really change anything. They didn't say anything that changed what the first movie was, you know. But yeah, a lot of stuff is going on with with uh DC. Also, I want to talk about Blue Beetle right now because I feel like I didn't get to talk about that, but I didn't make a video because I think I was busy during the time. But let me search Blue Beetle. All right. I want to talk a little bit about this. All right. So here's the poster for Blue Beetle. All right, here it is. Yeah, I think it's a cool poster. I'm excited. Of course, I'm a little biased because he's a Latino character, you know, played by the great Zolo Maridueña, who I think is amazing in Cobra Kai because Cobra Kai is one of my favorite shows on Netflix. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see Blue Beetle. Of course, George. They're definitely trying to profit off the Mexican market if they're trying to have the great George Lopez. It's obvious. You know, it's obvious once George Lopez got casted that they're trying to go into that market. So I'm excited. You know, but it's going to be Black Panther for us Mexicans. I'm just kidding. But the poster is really cool. I love the colors. I love everything. But yeah, Arkham's right. It is considered. It's not really a sequel. It's not like a direct sequel. It's not like a traditional. It's not like the Dark Knight with Batman Begins. You know, I would say it's kind of the Suicide Squad is kind of like Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron coming out after Iron Man 3, where you could say technically it's a sequel, but it's not in the way where it's not a direct sequel. Like Iron Man 2 to Iron Man 3, that's a direct sequel. But Iron Man 3 to Age of Ultron, that's not a direct sequel, but it does take place after, you know, and it doesn't change anything from Iron Man 3. The only I mean, well, actually, that's a pretty bad example because in Iron Man 3, all the suits are gone, but then in Age of Ultron, it's not mentioned that Tony wanted to retire. All right. But yeah, so I think the poster looks cool. I think it looks solid. I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to this movie. But yeah, I wonder. So what's gonna happen is all the Mexicans are not gonna go to the theater because they're afraid that someone's gonna someone's gonna deport them in the theater. So don't expect to see a lot of Mexicans there. I'm just kidding. Isaac, are you finna get docs full? I mean, what can I be? The only thing I could be docs about is like my phone number or my address, but that's probably about it. Like there isn't like my face is public, my first name's public, so I don't know. Although there was one time, it was around the time when I was talking about the Snyder stuff, and I was getting mad at the fandom. No, it was actually no, it was when the Ezra Miller stuff happened. I actually had someone literally message me saying that if you don't stop making videos on Ezra Miller, I'm going to fucking kill you or something like that. It was like a DM. I was so confused. I was like, bro, like what the heck? Like, and I didn't really take it much serious because I'm like, oh well, I know someone can just make this easy threat and like it wouldn't matter. But Arkham says I'm excited for number 1, The Flash. I agree. 2, Aquaman, 3, Blue Beetle, and 4, Shazam. Oh, let's actually talk about the 2023 lineup for DC movies. So we have The Flash, Aquaman 2, uh, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Blue Beetle. My order is number 1, Flash. I'm obviously going to be excited for Flash because just hearing the idea just sounds cool. Number 2 is Blue Beetle. I'm excited to see what Blue Beetle can do. Number 3, I would say Shazam, Fury of the Gods. And then number 4, Aquaman. Now, the only reason why I have Shazam above Aquaman is because we still don't have a trailer for Aquaman. We have a trailer for Shazam, and that trailer was really good. But I can't really go much off on Aquaman. So, yeah, my number 1 is The Flash. But yeah. Well, Tony tried to make an Iron Legion again in Age of Ultron. That's kind of like the only reference to Iron Man 3. I mean, to be fair, they were always going to keep Iron Man because Iron Man's a moneymaker. Because I believe the third one made $1 billion, right? I think so, right? But... Give me a second. I need to drink some water. I'm really thirsty. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I actually agree with Vortex on this. Phase 3 is the best Marvel phase. I 1000% agree with that. I think that was the best phase. It was more consistent. A lot of great films came out during that phase. But yeah, I agree. But I'm not even gonna lie to you. Anytime I stream, the best feeling is when I go in my bed, just lay down for a bit because it's exhausting. I'm sitting in like one position for a long time and then chugging shitloads of water. It's like the best feeling ever. The only thing is I end up pissing a lot after these streams because I drink a lot of water while doing these streams to the point where like it's like, bro, I'm like literally destroying myself with water. This water bottle is like right here. Bro, there's now there should be a confirmation, like a compilation of me drinking water because I tend to drink a lot of water during my streams. You kind of have to. Water is good for you. All right. Isaac is rich. He can afford a water. I thought Mexicans could only afford cola. Actually, this is water from the pond. Like when it rained and there was like a flood, I literally just grabbed bottles and started like scooping up the water. Isaac water, weight water, luck bang, tocado, nacho, caro. What the heck? All right. All right, let's see. There isn't much to talk about, but oh no, does he know what he was cooking in his mind? I was gonna make a separate video talking about James Gunn responding to the Hollywood Reporter article, but I already brought it up in the stream, so we're cool here. We're cool. Hi, Patrick. Wait, Patrick's in the chat. What's up, Patrick? What's up, man? He's a good guy. I always see him in Max's chat and my chat. But yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little tired, so I think I'm gonna have to end the stream off in a bit. So yeah, I guess y'all leave y'all's final comments because I don't really have much to talk about. But yeah, all right. Well, that's gonna be it for today's multiverse of movies. I want to thank you guys so much for being here, and also again, let me know your thoughts on this intro for my second channel. Yeah, I like that intro. I don't know. I wanted something random. Wanted something like different, you know?
You can't keep getting away with it! He can't keep getting away with it! He won't.
But yeah, all right. Well, I mean, I have an outro, but like I don't really feel the need to make one for the second channel. But also to answer Arkham, I don't really like. I'm very bad at fan castings. Like I tend to not really do very good at who I would choose, and especially it's difficult because the fan castings would need like a Superman, a Wonder Woman, and right now I can't think of any on the top of my head. I will say this though, and I forgot to bring this up. I wouldn't mind it if James Gunn decided to reboot DC and have Pattinson's Batman, the Batman, be the first movie of the new DC universe, and kind of have his movie and then continue by making new characters. I wouldn't mind that, but yeah, I mean, thank you guys for watching this stream. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Smash the like button if you're watching the replay. Make sure to comment down below what are your thoughts on the whole situation. But yeah, I mean, maybe I lost subscribers after today because I know a lot of Snyder fans support me. I know a lot of Snyder fans like my content, so maybe it was a difficult conversation to have. But yeah, Anyways, thank you all for watching, and also DLW. I know the guy probably. I was surprised he showed up because he's only ever showed up like once on my stream. But hey, shout out to you, man. Still love you. I know you were getting a little heated in the chat, but we still love you. What? My camera lost focus. What the heck? Okay, that was a weird. It never loses focus. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is a 4K camera, so good on you. Yeah. I don't know why I'm doing this, but thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a lot of fun. And yeah, bye bye. And also, don't listen to Kanye West.